Who would have thought someone would bite Beyoncé's face before her ass? 2018, you're crazy AF.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, zimzers, theys, and all flavors of non-binaries. We're fucking back with the Heavy Drinking Podcast. It's been a minute. What's up, boys?
What is going on? I was going to come in with a waka-ka-ka-cow, but everybody watching us has no fucking idea what's going on.
I don't even know you guys anymore.
So we're actually set up in exactly the same place we were when you last heard our voice.
Yeah.
We're back.
literally.
We're back at Bad Sons. As always, I have Dave to my right.
I'm kind of thinking we should just post up here permanently. This is not a bad space.
That's Paulo, and I got Jay over there.
That was Paulo in his true fashion.
And so today's the Brewers Ball that we were talking about in the last episode, and so far I've had the big whoop by Bad Sons, which is not actually part of the Brewers Ball, but I'll tell you what, it's fucking delicious.
It is
tasty,
fucking good. Actually, we had that, what was that, no spirit, high spirit, low spirit?
It's 9%.
What was that guy's, what was that brewing company's name? Cameron, right? Cammy?
Oh, yeah, I forgot what it's called already.
The beer was called Choose My IPA Over You, I think.
Yeah, and it was good. It was good shit. It tasted like a commercially made beer.
Yeah, I didn't get to try that one because
I didn't. Yeah, I had a full cup. I didn't get to try it.
Yeah.
But this big whoop, I think, is my favorite Bad Sons beer now.
Yeah, well, let's not change the subject, though. This is a really nice place, man. We should really talk about trying to get moved in here permanently.
Get a residency.
Yeah, I do play-by-play on, like the drunks and stuff that walk out.
I think if we just put, like, screw up brass rails with our names on them on the bar, they can't legally make us not be able to.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like if we just don't leave, they can't make us go.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't know the legality of that.
Neither do I.
But,
I just got turned around because I tried to bring a glass outside, so.
Well, yeah, but
I don't think I'm
your
really.
fatal flaw was going outside.
Yeah.
Just stay here.
Yeah. And we're like, we could be like podcast squatters.
So what's up, guys? I haven't seen some of you in a fucking real long time.
Yeah, we've all been, let's not say that. We haven't all been super busy. I have done nothing with my time since the last podcast.
You got a pet project you're working on for the future, but...
Yeah, last time we were here, Bad Sons, they have these little like adult-sized tricycles, and I remember seeing a drift trike somewhere. And then when the power went out, I had to go through the garage to get some like extension cords and shit. And essentially, I found some old bike parts and a motor, and said, you know what? Plug a welder into a generator, and I could do that shit for the next 3 days. So that's what I did. But I wanted to get it finished by the time today came around, but a couple parts and shit that didn't happen. But you guys will see it soon.
Because drinking and driving go-karts go great together.
They do. They do.
Yeah, that was a whole drinking and building go-karts go together.
Okay, we're going to put a lift
just
sticker
a little
on
worse.
it. It'll be fine.
yeah, exactly.
Dave's been on tour with fucking Pink Floyd.
No, Grateful Dead.
Oh, worse.
That's great. How's that been?
It was actually pretty rad. We did a six gig tour, 3 cities: New York City, at Radio City Music Hall, Boston, and Chicago.
Do you get to partake in any of the green room goodies?
Wait,
or?
Boston and Chicago played too?
No. We went to Boston and Chicago.
That's a weird lineup.
Yeah, right.
They do all the roadies. Do all the roadies have to stay like sober, or do you guys get to party with the band?
We don't party. The band is 78 years old.
Yeah, they
still party harder than you do.
No,
I feel like they still party.
No, they do. Bob Weir is like a fucking animal.
Yeah, I feel like he has like a nitrous nebulizer. He just wears all the time.
He might.
That's a new name for a beer. Trademark it. Nitrous nebulizer. That's going to be our fucking. That'll be our nitro stout.
Like you remember all like the jokes about Jerry Garcia, like the day he quit doing drugs, his day died.
Was that true?
No, everybody's like he probably went sober. That's why he died.
Yeah, no, it was pretty rad.
It's hard to come down from all that.
But it was my fault for us not being able to record. I was busy for like the last 3 weeks.
It's for
Yeah.
good reasons.
Yeah.
No, I mean I had to make money.
Good
but-
for your wallet.
It's
Yeah.
good to take a break, right?
Yeah, refresh,
I've missed you,
recharge.
yeah.
I've missed you guys too.
I'm fading this Stranglehold out.
Is this still on?
No, that's the background music at the bar now.
Oh.
Dude, it's funny. Like the reason that we played that coming in, we never actually explained that. Is that I won't name him, but somebody here,
We're 4.5 minutes into an 8.5 minute song. I had
somebody
to stop.
here said that back in high school, him and his buddies used to use that as the litmus test as to whether or not they were doing all right while they were fucking. Because if they could last through the 8.5 minute song, then they were doing all right.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like 5.5 of the 8.5 minutes is probably foreplay.
No, 5.5 of it is like air guitaring the solo.
Yeah.
My challenge would be how many times can I come during that 8.5 minutes?
I mean, if you're gonna insert like 3 minutes of Lingus in there, then I could probably pull it off.
I told him at 16, I was lucky if I could last through Devo.
It doesn't matter.
Like
it doesn't
two-
matter
2
what
minute
Lingus,
songs?
just any Lingus.
Conolangus.
Conolangus,
Fucking
analangus.
Saturday Night Live's
Colonel Angus.
Conolangus.
So we're at the Brewers Ball here at Bad Sons, right? And this is a event of almost, what did they say, 30, 35?
35.
They said that, but I
Homebrewers?
didn't count that many.
They're lined up out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a long line.
I was actually surprised with some of the stuff that's out there. It seems like there's
A lot of it sounds
really crazy
really
good beers.
It's an array of beverages. It's not all fucking IPAs, which we love our IPAs, but it's nice to see other options.
No,
Yeah.
I saw like a smoked brown, and then
There's a
like
there's a
I saw a
strawberry
bunch of
something.
different stuff. Yeah.
I was hoping that somebody would show up with like those big industrial size like mason jars.
Yeah.
I was hoping somebody would show up with like one of those with the pickle in it, just as a joke to see if like.
You want a piece of chicken?
I didn't have the soundboard pulled up. Sorry.
But we didn't see that.
use the bathroom.
Maybe next year.
So yeah, this is a event. You got 35 homebrewers pouring their beer out there for everyone to sample. It's a fundraiser for the soon coming Smoke in the Valley Beer Fest, which is also a big beer fest, but they donate some money, I believe, to a local charity.
I believe it's breast cancer.
Something like actually probably should have had that written down. I don't remember what it is.
Yeah, I should find
Yeah.
out. But if it is, I mean, the breastises, they are important.
In true fashion,
If our
we are
producer did his
underprepared.
job, we would
lit.
have had that.
Hey, you've been on the
I
road.
You have to.
Road.
Yeah,
But
we are definitely a little
road.
rusty, I think.
That
Yeah.
is
Chicken
a.
does that.
That
We're
is
all
a,
drinking 9% beer right now, so we'll be fine in like 5 minutes.
Yeah, it was a hell of a way to start when I got to go to work tonight.
the titties is a noble cause. So.
It is. It is. Save the titties.
Boobs.
Titties.
I'm pretty into them.
Breastises.
I went to fucking Micro last night because
No, you didn't.
I heard that. Well, I went there. I heard that.
He
That-
stopped by the building.
I heard they had Armada on tap, Mermaid Cove, and I was like, "Fuck yeah, I'm gonna go get that." And then I got there, and they didn't, and it wasn't Micro anymore. Like literally the day before, they switched to a Mexican restaurant. So that's pretty cool.
Micro's moving to a bigger location, which they need because that was tiny as fuck.
Yeah, it is pretty
It
small.
was micro.
And actually, I love fucking
See what you did.
Mexican, so
See?
I'm
See
I'm
that.
stoked on it. I was gonna eat, but it was like really late.
I was gonna say, was it good?
I
What
know.
was the name
I looked
referencing?
at the thing. What?
It makes you wonder if the name referenced the product
The
or
new.
the size
Well, I
of
hope
the
not,
venue.
because the new one's called Texaco, and I hope it doesn't taste like gasoline.
That's an awful name for a food establishment.
Well, it's like Tex-Mex,
Why
Texas and Mexico.
There's
don't
got
they
to
just call it Mexico?
Do Texacos still exist?
I don't know.
I haven't seen one in a minute.
A Texaco station? Yeah, they're around. Right?
I don't know.
Anyways, so
I
once
don't buy gas. I just have. it.
we're eventually going to go out there and kind of make the rounds and taste.
Yeah, we got a little portable rig. We're gonna interview some of the brewers. and
Yeah, try to
fest goers.
at least try all the beers.
There is a
Right.
cask also on the bar here at Bad Sons.
Oh,
which
that's
I
right. There
heard
was,
was a brown ale with like cacao nibs and shit.
Cacao.
I thought that one was the dubious with the different.
It is.
and
That's dubious with the new hop.
new hop variety.
And speaking of cacaos. Did you
Wait,
hear?
nobody laughed at my hashtag.
I did.
I did. I just didn't
I didn't see
post
it.
I don't know if we should say it, but we should. Did you? I don't know if anyone's heard this in the news.
Tell the
Our
news
local Canadian anchor here for the podcast, Jeff,
Gord Martineau for.
shared this news story with us. In Canada, a moose escapes from the zoo and goes on a cow raping rampage. And I don't know if this is a Photoshop picture or if someone actually snapped this, but there is a large moose.
Look at the look on the
mounting
cow's face.
A calf, it seems.
Yeah, so apparently
2,000-pound beast has allegedly been sexually assaulting a large number of cows since its escape 2 nights ago. A number of local farmers in the area have warned authorities about a moose that has been seen on many occasions humping their cattle and possibly harming the animals. I saw this huge moose shagging one of my cows doggy style, said Thomas O'Neill.
Is this still doggy style if one's a cow and one's a moose?
I don't know. But that's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Man, I feel like.
Are we sure it wasn't Jeff?
Is it really harming the cows? Like, is a moose dick that much bigger than a cow dick?
I think a moose dick's bigger than a cow.
Dude, a moose is
I know,
fucking
man.
massive.
Bull dicks are huge, man.
Hashtag me moo.
Have you seen one of those bully sticks? You ever seen one of those bully sticks at the pet store?
Yeah, my brother's dog eats them all the time.
They're like 4 feet long.
Your brother's dog eats cow
Bull-
dicks?
Yeah.
Cow dicks.
well,
Yeah.
bull dicks, yeah.
Do you remember the Bud K catalog? Devin always gets it. It's
No.
like tasers and knives and shit.
Oh, yeah?
They used to
That
have
sounds very Devin.
back in the day. Brian Trzynski used to bring it into class and stuff, and we'd look at it. They used to have a thing called a bullpeen hammer, which was it was a hammer made out of a bull's dick.
A bull dick, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Bull sticks are fucking huge, man.
But bullpeen is the greatest pun I've ever
Yeah,
heard.
if you could turn your dick into a hammer, it's a big dick. That's a big
My dick
dick.
is a fucking hammer.
After
I don't see any moose dick
After
apparently
a
out there.
48-hour wild goose chase, I feel like they kind of missed an opportunity there. Wildlife agents still have not successfully apprehended the animal, and all persons having information concerning its whereabouts should contact the Alberta Environment and Parks Fish and Wildlife Department.
Man, I feel like this cow's just trying to get the swerve on.
Look in the grass because he's probably laying down.
I feel like that's all it
Probably
is.
pretty tired.
Trying to get the swerve on.
Dude, I watched Game Over Man yesterday. That's the new the Die Hard with the guys from Workaholics.
Oh, really?
There's a lot of dick in it,
Nice. Okay.
and it's
I just saw a preview.
Adam
for that.
DeMamp's dick's in it, like a lot. And I'm not sure if it's a prosthetic or if it's real, but it's like really in it, a lot, close-ups and
A
stuff.
lot.
And his asshole's in it too, actually.
I don't know which of those statements is worse.
How old is the movie? Is it like a new movie?
Just came out yesterday.
in theater?
No, it's on Netflix.
Oh, all right. I should probably check that out.
Yeah, it's really
Netflix
funny.
is into
It's-
dicks now.
It's also really funny, but yeah, I was surprised that
Oh.
there was so much cock in it.
Yeah, all this shit's hilarious.
Yeah,
I was just reading before. I was telling Dave, Ruth Bader Ginsburg just
Oh, yeah.
just decided that hot dogs are sandwiches. The verdict's in.
Who is she?
She's
Supreme Court judge.
Yeah,
Oh.
she's old as fuck. She's like 90.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is why she doesn't know what a fucking sandwich is.
Yeah, with all due respect, she's old as fuck. With she's like 97, 96 or some shit.
So that's what she's doing with her time?
I mean,
What does
how
it have
much
to
time
do
does
with
she really have left? You know what I mean? Like you gotta take care of
Apparently, she failed at a woman because she doesn't know what a sandwich is.
it. See, saves a matter of time before somebody throws some fucking shade.
What? Hold on. Why is the highest court in the land ruling on? hot dogs?
Because the whole hot dog is a sandwich controversy has gotten that high up.
I don't think that's true.
Oh, it is a thing.
It's a thing, man.
People are even saying tacos could be a sandwich.
Yeah, but
I
it
don't
didn't
know
go
about
to the
that.
Supreme Court. Like she did it on YouTube or something.
It's more of a rap.
She's 90 years old.
Yeah, man. I don't know
She's
about
not on YouTube.
Wait.
She's not on YouTube. But yeah, man.
Well, I
So
know
I
she
guess
didn't do it in court. I'm asking what you're talking about.
it makes sense. I guess it's a sandwich, right? It's
Anything
meat in
between-
between two buns.
Yeah,
No, it's not.
It's like a mini hoagie. It's like a mini bologna hoagie. Think about it that way.
it's a tube. It's a tube.
It's
cold
no, it's
cut.
not. It's not a sandwich.
A hot dog is just a miniature piece of bologna.
Oh, wait a minute. Stephen Colbert was involved in this.
Oh,
Oh, was he?
that
He gets
Fake news.
Colbert gets Ruth Bader.
Oh, is it fake news then?
He gets her ruling on the hot dog situation.
Wow. It's liberal bias.
dude. Look, I have like a smiling
You-
frog in my.
All you
mouth.
libtards in your hot dog sandwiches.
dude. What are you talking about?
I don't know.
I don't even eat meat.
I'm just making shit up.
Remember St. Patrick's Day
Yeah,
when you chewed the corned beef?
yeah. Every year we talked about this.
Did you? Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
I got to chew some corned beef, and as per Jay's
Yeah.
request, I didn't spit it into the garbage this year. I spit it into his mouth with
Oh, okay.
the force
And no one videoed that.
I wasn't around for that.
with the force of about a 20 gauge shotgun shell.
Yeah, he didn't like gently drop it in my mouth. He like fucking shotgunned it into my
That
mouth.
would have been an awesome iPhone slow-mo video.
From what I
actually.
hear, that's how he does it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and also
It was the driest.
yeah, I
corned
sucked
beef
all the
I've
juice
ever-
out of it
I've
first.
ever had.
Well,
It was like
because he
sandpaper.
sucked all the moisture out of it before
I
he
ate
spit it in your mouth.
I ate it. It tasted like cherry nicotine lozenge.
Oh.
Which is
There's
weird, 'cause
somebody-
I didn't even have one in. I took it out so I could eat the corned
There's
beef.
somebody dry heaving listening to this right now.
Yeah, me.
Yeah, we didn't. We were supposed to record more from St. Patty's Day, but we really didn't. We had a fucking killer time though, so it was fun.
It was good. I had to work that night. I went in a little slightly intoxicated,
Oh, I
but
got-
I made it through the night.
Fucking lit. I went to bed at like 6 o'clock and woke up at midnight and then just stayed up watching YouTube till like 5 in the morning.
I went to my parents' house to have Sunday lunch at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I was just like the whole time.
It was fucking busy as fuck that night at work. I didn't get out home till like 2:30 in the morning, 3 o'clock.
I got lucky, man. You know when you get drunk and then there's like that period, there's like that plateau where like the shooting up of drunkenness kind of plateaus, and then like it's right before the hangover fall.
Yeah, I had 2 of those
It's
that day.
that feeling of weightlessness that you get right before the hangover kicks in. I had that through the family lunch, and then as we were walking out the door, I'm like, we gotta fucking leave. We gotta go.
Dude, I read something cool this week. Guess where Rob Zombie met Sherry Moon Zombie?
Somewhere decrepit.
Toad's place.
Oh,
For reals?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was right. Somewhere in
That's
decrepit.
about right.
I love Toad.
At a show?
Yeah.
Obviously, that was a stupid question.
Yeah, it wasn't like a White Zombie show. It was like Rob had gone to see a band and was friends with one of the guys, and then like that guy's girlfriend brought Sherry, and they like met there. It's cool.
I remember going there for like
Connecticut music history.
I remember they're going there to completely trash for some kind of hardcore show with an old friend of mine.
Is it Hatebreed?
I don't listen to that music. He did, but I remember going to the bathroom, and remember there was like a blood filled kind of like spit mark
Yeah.
directly,
Yeah.
like eye level
Yeah,
on
yeah,
the
yeah,
wall
yeah.
above the urinal,
Yeah, it's probably mine.
and then a drip of blood, and then like it wasn't a full tooth. It was like part of a tooth, kind of like in that little, the corner between the urinal
Yeah,
and the
yeah, the
wall,
wall.
that little.
Yeah, the grout.
Yeah, right there. And I kind of like, this is before Instagram, but I kind of thought to myself like, they should have taken a picture of this, but like I definitely want my tooth back though.
Yeah.
Like even if it's half of it.
I fucking love Toads. I have a million stories like that at Toads. But I went to see Hatebreed once. That's what I was asking, because it was like the most packed show ever.
No,
and I literally had to crawl out on my hands and knees. It was that packed.
Do you know what? Funny enough, that same friend I haven't spoken to since maybe 2002, and I ran into
Since
him.
you knocked his tooth out at a hardcore show.
No. I didn't knock his tooth out. Somebody's tooth got knocked out. Actually, I've only went to 2 hardcore shows with him. That one, and then another one where it was in like a basement somewhere in Danbury.
Oh yeah, that sounds about
I got kicked in the back of the neck within like 3 minutes of being there, and I just tapped out. I'm like, fuck this, dude. I'm not doing this anymore. Like, I'm not even trying to be in the mosh pit.
I
Like,
go to the back of the room at those shows.
That's where I was.
We're too old now.
That's where I was.
No, you got to put your back against the wall.
I ran into the same dude. Remember where Frog Pond used to be?
Yeah.
It's called like the Whiskey Barrel or something like that now?
Yeah.
I ran into him there. He lives in like Pennsylvania.
Did we talk about that on the podcast?
Are guys allowed to have thumb holes on the wrists of their hoodies?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's a North Face.
Yes, they are. I used to cut my own
It's a North Face hoodie.
back before they started coming out with them.
But hold on. These are made for pulling your sleeves through a jacket.
Listen, I'm not
I
saying
appreciate that.
I'm not saying that one way or the other. I'm just laughing at the way you asked it because it was so funny, like
No,
the
listen,
way you're
look-
staring at it.
I mean, everybody had like the one size too big Adidas hoodie in high school that had like the wrist collars cut out, right? No,
Not me.
nobody else.
No, I used to cut my own out.
That one
for, like,
sweatshirt that-
snowboarding. For,
That one sweatshirt that smelled like that reeked like weed for no reason, because I don't do that stuff.
That's weird that it would smell like that.
Yeah, it's weird, strange.
Tops.
Maybe it's hops. Maybe it is.
Oh my god, this beer's so strong.
Yeah, I'm
It
feeling
is.
fuzzy already.
So what should we do, guys? Should we go out and kind of make the rounds and come back in and pull some guests in, or
I think so. It's been.
How does this work?
Gates opened about a half hour ago, so we should probably go out, check out some people, bring our little portable recorder out, talk to some people. And
yeah?
How does this actually work? Like, are there cups? Do we bring this? I don't know what.
I think there's little red solo cups that they give you for the tasting.
Yeah.
Let's
Some people
have
had
a
cups.
party.
Other people didn't. I would just bring your cup. So
Yeah.
pound that 9% beer.
I have an empty one.
There you go.
I can't pound it. Seriously, I'll be fucking.
Well, mine's a dubious. Which, if anybody's listening to this and you want to try any beer from Bad Sons, I personally suggest you try the dubious first.
Dubious was my favorite up until today. Now I think Big Whoop's my favorite, but I wish
Excuse
they
me.
made a session.
I would
I'm gonna
say-
suggest that.
I'd say, well, yeah, the big whoop's good too.
They
The
have a session.
Loopify
Big
is
Whoop
fucking
session.
amazing. If you really want to go crazy, I feel like we should interview this guy's dreadlock.
Just the one.
Just one.
Just the one. He seems like a cool dude. We should
I dare
definitely
you to
get out and
smell it.
about.
I'll bet you he's going to the show I'm working tonight.
Probably.
What are
He
you
reminds me of that guy from
Lettuce.
like the Muppets. The
name
big guy.
Lettuce.
The big
They're
guy in the
actually
Muppets.
they're more funk than jam.
Oh,
band.
that's all right then.
Yeah, they're really good.
Have you done them before?
The whole band.
all at once.
Yeah, no, I've shot a bunch of their shows. And I shot their show last night.
Oh, the second.
It's the second night.
There's a show coming up there.
Dude, Ghost is coming in May.
Ghost, that's who it is. Yeah, that would be a dope show.
I think I'm working that one too.
I like Ghost.
Yeah, they're awesome. They're live. You've never seen them live, right?
No.
Their live shit's crazy.
I've heard the live album.
But they're like the stage shows, amazing. It's like a Catholic mass. Like, they come out with like all the incense and everything. It's nuts.
It was a solid movie.
Yeah,
It was. Swayze really nailed it.
That's from that movie.
Was that the one with
Ghost?
Oprah in it?
Yeah, Clay Pottery.
Was Oprah
Yeah.
in it?
Yeah, she was the like medium or whatever.
She was a chick that was getting like. She was getting caked on, right?
whoops.
They were caking it up. Her and a ghost, right?
What?
Caking?
Yeah.
Cake farts?
No, that was Demi Moore, wasn't it?
Was it Demi Moore?
Yeah, Demi Moore was making a fucking thing.
Yeah, her and a ghost caking it up.
She was making like a pot,
Yeah.
and then Patrick Swayze's Ghost.
Then he passed through her body in the hallway, and you were able to see blood cells like they were magnified like 1,000,000 times,
Yeah.
which is weird if you think about it.
Yeah.
On that note-
get that. I'm saying you get that spirit dick. And anything's possible.
Like in This Is the End when Jonah Hill's getting fucked by the demon.
Yeah, exactly. It's exactly like that. We should definitely break. Let's go outside and see all these brewers, and then maybe we'll come back with one.
1, 2, 3, break.
Yeah, I'm here with homebrewer Stephen Bach. Tell us about your beer and what you're doing here and how it's going over so far.
Yeah, no, it's going over well. It's a double IPA, kind of like, I call it an American IPA. Some might call it New England style. It's got some oats for a nice fluffy body.
You have a nice fluffy
I
body.
do have a nice fluffy. You too.
Thank you.
Two men with nice fluffy bodies. That's what this podcast is about, right?
It's called heavy drinking.
That's good.
It's heavy
So
because
it
we're
is.
fat.
All right. Yeah. It's got Citra, Galaxy, Eldorado, and Calypso. So it's got kind of like an interesting tropical and stone fruit profile.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I told everybody how great your IPAs are and your beers in general, but Knockout
for the
it's just
upsell.
as good as the. No, it is. It's awesome. Your beers are always fantastic. So we won't keep you too long. We'll get you back to your people, but thanks for talking.
Thanks, man.
I love you.
I love you too.
So here we are with Cameron Tuttle. And what's the name of your homebrew group here?
Spirit Brewing Co.
Spirit Brewing. And what are we drinking now?
Right here, you're drinking Jitter Brew, which is a 8.2 stout with a bunch of coffee in it.
8.2?
8.2. I poured you a nice big chunk there. I'm sorry.
I appreciate that. That is fantastic. I've known Cameron for a few years now with the homebrew shop I used to work at, and he brews quite a bit. So tell us about what else you guys do. And
Well, right now we're making probably close to about 30 gallons of beer. We're kind of experimenting with different styles. Right now, today, we have coffee stout, we have a pale ale, and New England IPA.
nice. It's going over well. People are receiving it so
yeah,
far.
so far so good. No one spit it at us or threw it at us
Yeah, I
yet.
know we're only about an hour into this, so we got a lot of time.
Yeah,
to
not
talk
enough
about.
drunk people yet.
Yeah, we're gonna get there. We hope you get there.
I expect you to throw coffee at me by the
Yeah.
end.
Never. I would
coffee
never
stout.
do that to you. But yeah, thanks for your time, and we'll circle back around. Maybe snag you inside later if you're around.
It was a pleasure. I'll see you guys soon.
Thank you, brother. Hey, we're a heavy drinking podcast.
Yeah, are
we're
you recording? You recording?
here with Cameron Tuttle, brewer extraordinaire at Bad Sons Brewing Company.
Yeah.
How's
And-
your day going thus far?
In stereo.
Done a lot of parking. It's been great. I've had one beer. I'm gonna have a few right now. Really just start the day out. I like that. I've got some things floating around me. Feels a little phallic. You just
Trying to get some ambient,
Feels right.
ambient noise.
could be very right. Haven't gone down this path yet.
It is.
Could be this day.
What do we have to look forward to today?
Should actually. We lucked out with the weather. It's March. Could be 3 feet of snow. Lucked out with that. And I got a few beers inside that I'm gonna be pouring tonight. The cask I'm really excited for that you guys got to try. It's the Idaho Gem, brand new hop out for us. A little hop grower group for us. He's might see that guy in a beer in the future. So
Nice. It was very good. I tried it
I
inside.
don't think I tried it.
I tried a taster.
That's bullshit, Cam.
He was the only one that didn't try it.
Yeah, we'll get you some. Yeah, what should I be trying? Oh my god. What should I be trying? What have you guys tried out here? So far that I should
There's a
look
lot
for?
of good ones. Stephen
Awesome.
Bach, homebrewers over there, is
awesome.
really good. Jamie Luna's New England IPA is fantastic.
Yeah, that was real good. I'll get it
Cam
with-
Tuttle's got a coffee or espresso stout that's banging. So
Awesome. Yeah, I'm all about the stout. Stout weather.
All
for me.
right.
All right.
you're a handsome man. It's nice to talk to you.
Yes.
Always a pleasure. Thanks for having me on, guys.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
I ain't nothing like these hoes. Don't compare me to no one. Money green like a sea love. Yeah, my pocket's so swollen. I ain't nothing like these hoes. Don't compare me to no one. Money green like
And
a
we
sea
are
love.
back.
Yeah, my pocket's so
Listening to a
swollen.
little Bad Baby playing Toad's Place.
Her pocket's so swollen.
Her fucking bra is.
Yeah. That's, okay.
She's not dead yet?
She's
No.
not.
No, that's unfortunate.
Dude,
Yeah.
I have two things to say. One, fucking Big Whoop is an amazing beer, and everybody that lives anywhere near Bad Sons should come down and drink it.
Derby, Connecticut.
And also,
Yeah.
get two and let one get warm while you drink the other one. It's even better when it sits around for a while.
Yeah. Let it hang out.
Bad Sons is fucking killing it. And also, this is a great party. I'm having a lot of fucking
Dude,
fun.
we're at the Brewers Ball, and it's packed outside. Now it's packed inside.
Yeah,
It is.
and you might have actually just heard in that little break from when we broke the last time some of the segments that we got from some of the brewers and from some of the patrons, which
Yeah,
we'll be getting more of.
We roamed for the first time ever.
That was fun.
That's never happened before.
I've never gotten this many like mean mug. Who would diss? Who would diss looks?
Yeah, just
So
walking up to
that's,
people, shoving a mic in their face.
Yeah.
Everybody was very
It
accommodating.
was easy to tell who gives head and who doesn't.
What?
Yeah, I got a bunch of. We did get a bunch of who.
Wait, let's
who
go
is
back
you.
to what he said.
We got a bunch of who is you looks.
I would
so.
like
good.
to talk about some of the beers that we've had so far. What was your guys' favorite beers that you had out there?
I
would-
had to stop that song.
I would love to talk about those beers, but I am currently infatuated with the incredibly top-heavy man playing
You said
shuffleboard right
You said
now.
infatuated.
I am infatuated.
Like it's a fact.
That you're infatuated.
that I'm
Infatuated.
infatuated.
Whatever.
We just coined a new term.
I threw a C in there.
My favorite beer so far
I'd
was
like to throw a C in there. If you know what I'm saying.
That was a sexual joke.
I mean, that's oh, the bell's here.
It is.
bell is here.
The bell's
that
fucking
was a
everywhere.
last minute throw-in.
the bells everywhere we go. We don't go anywhere without the bell.
Yeah, you guys weren't here for the fact that I told Dave that I threw the bell in the box last, which resulted in the bell going off every time I hit a bump on the way here. So
My favorite beer so far was that Pale Ale. Who made that? It was your buddy.
Steve Bach, homebrews. Stephen Bach, homebrews.
was that Stephen
That
Bach or
was
was
really
that
good.
Spirit?
No, that was Stephen Bach.
Stephen Bach's was delicious.
It
He
was-
also gets first place for most.
I think it was. It might have been. It might have been.
It was that skinny guy.
Oh, that was Cameron Tuttle.
Cameron's was good
Spirit.
too.
That was Spirit Brewing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Stephen
Pale Ale, it
Bach
was
wins
amazing.
wins the
Wait,
prize
so we have
for
to tell Paulo he's right?
what?
Why?
He doesn't even know why.
He goes, why?
I was just gonna say Stephen Bach.
Are you
looks
paying
like,
attention to the show?
I am. I'm just saying, Stephen Bach looks like the kind of man I would get fish and chips from, and not a beer.
Fish and chips.
Yes, he looks like a fisherman.
He didn't look like he ate anything.
He had the rubber boots on, and I've never seen
Wait,
a fisherman
no,
with
no,
skinny
no.
jeans, but
That's not the guy I'm
He
talking about.
rocked
That
him.
was a good beer, though.
he was
Follow.
rocking the skinny jeans.
Fish Boots. Mr. Fish Boots. His beer
Mr.
was
Fish
pretty-
Boots.
Oh, yeah.
Delicious beer.
Yeah,
Stephen
Steve's,
Bach.
Jamie Luna's New England IPA was pretty banging.
That was really delicious.
You know what's
Luna
weird?
Bruco.
I liked it a lot.
You know what's weird is I've only had one bad beer so far, and it was actually the same guy made my favorite beer and the one bad beer I had. That's kind of weird.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Because the IPA you got, you didn't really like.
Yeah,
but
the
pale ale
IPA
that I
wasn't
got,
great,
you
but the
liked.
pale ale, I drank yours.
No offense.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, and
Cameron
his
Spirit
Cameron, Cameron's the coffee stout.
Oh, the one that Jay had was
porter?
really good. Yeah.
So yeah, that's a toss-up because Jamie's IPA was great, but that coffee stout was awesome. It was like an 8% coffee stout.
And the big beardy gentleman with the chocolate coconut stout was pretty fucking great too.
Yeah, what were they? Oh, fuck.
I don't remember the name. We're gonna pull them in here though.
Yeah, we should, because that was like an liquid almond joy.
Yeah.
It was delicious.
I don't know what their brewing operation's called, but I feel like it should be called the Big Bearded Company, Brewing Company.
Jay and I decided to make a beer called Dank and Stank.
Oh yeah, Dank and Stank.
And it's going to be, what's the brewery called? Everybody Love Everybody.
That's copyright 2018 Heavy Drinking Podcast.
Mail it to ourselves.
All rights reserved.
I feel like we're stepping too far away from the Brewbies though.
From what?
No, Brewbies is all part of it.
And they're retarded. sour beer.
So we haven't been together in like a while doing one of these, and so a lot of things have happened. Do you guys? I've been writing them down so I don't forget to talk about them. Do you guys hear about the fucking Alexas like laughing in the middle of the night like by themselves?
Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, they just go off and start cracking up.
They just start like, dude, at like 3 a.m, they just start giggling.
Dude, AI is
that is the most terrifying
over.
shit I've ever fucking heard of in my life.
Ever since the inception of the idea, we knew that they would take over. AI,
Oh yeah,
AI.
Yeah, I mean everybody's seen Terminator.
Yeah,
it's not a Duma. Oh, that's a different.
That's Kindergarten Cop.
Yo, remember when
the Kindergarten Terminator?
Remember a couple episodes back, I was talking about a show that was coming out on Netflix called The Push, where it was like the whole point was to get a guy to murder somebody.
Yeah.
Did anybody watch it?
I started the first episode.
I watched it.
I didn't finish
It's not
it.
an episode. It's one thing.
Oh, I started the first. Well, I started the first.
It's a special.
segment?
It's like an hour and a half. It's like not an
Oh,
episode.
yeah, I didn't finish it then.
I watched it. The guy that they follow throughout the whole thing didn't kill the guy. But they did the experiment like 7 times. And they showed everybody's reaction at the end. And like 3 of them killed the fucking guy.
Did they blur out the face of the person who did it?
No. They interviewed them afterwards.
Really?
So like the whole special was like one continuous guy that they tried to play this trick on. And the end is like you have to push a guy off a building. And the guy that they followed...
Spoiler alert.
Well, it's fucking 3 weeks old now. The guy that they followed didn't do it, but like a bunch of other people that they didn't show until the very end actually fucking pushed the guy off the thing. Another thing I wanted to talk about, which is like, we were talking about it a bunch, and you were saying that like, I don't understand why this movie is like, everybody loves it because the fucking actress in it doesn't even have any lines. So it actually ended up winning Best Picture, The Shape of Water.
Oh.
I'm not the one who said that.
Yeah, you did. You were like, this chick doesn't even have any lines. How is it like a good movie? And then I watched it. She's a fucking mute. She talks in sign language.
Yeah, I know. I'm not the one who said that.
Yeah, you were. Rewind the tape. Also, my sister had the greatest line ever, and then I found out it wasn't original, so it made me sad. But she's like, "Did you see Shape of Water?" And I was like, "Yeah, that was weird." She's like, "Yeah, right, Grinding Nemo."
Jeff just directed all Shape of Water hate towards Dave.
No, I didn't
have any Shape of Water hate mail.
Honestly,
please address it to Dave.
I didn't hate the movie. I thought it was a great movie, but I think it was weird.
I'm still
It was
mind
definitely
fucked by the
weird.
title.
Did you see it yet?
No.
It's weird. She fucks a fish.
Well, that's what I hear.
Essentially.
I saw like a thing on Twitter or something that said like I was led to believe there'd be a lot less human fish fucking in this movie, and I'm pretty disappointed.
I feel like movies now, they set up a premise and then they try to figure out a way of making that premise win an Emmy.
Well,
you know what I mean? So they're like, a woman fucking a fish. How can we make that Emmy worthy?
Every Guillermo del Toro movie has been pretty fucked up. Like, let's be honest. So
Yeah.
it's not like
He loves his monsters.
Yeah.
I think this guy didn't think we actually had a real podcast. He just walked by and like the
He's like,
humor
oh,
hit
they
him.
do have one.
Is that one of the dudes we talked to?
Yes.
I only
serves
saw
it
his
now.
back. I didn't see
In
him.
terms of this, you have to indulge me for a quick read.
Um,
And just,
do I have to open my mouth?
it's going to take a little time. Give me 2 minutes.
You have 2 minutes.
In
Go.
2010, journalist Malcolm J. Brenner released his autobiographical novel, Wet Goddess. A few years later, Brenner was the subject of an award-winning documentary, Dolphin Lover. Both works explore a period in the 1970s for which Brenner became famous, the time he fell in love with and ultimately made love to a dolphin named Dolly. As he was rocketing towards a sensational sort
We
of
thought it was
renown,
over.
Brenner also became the subject of a number of think pieces and interviews, but the internet's metabolism is quick even when interspecies dolphin sex is involved, and Brenner's name slowly faded from the national conversation. Then, Guillermo del Toro made The Shape of Water, a movie about a mute woman who falls in love with and ultimately makes love to a strapping humanoid amphibian, and it won the Best Picture Academy Award this past Sunday. I immediately thought of Brenner, says the person who wrote this. In 1970, when Brenner was a college sophomore, he was given open access to the now-defunct theme park Florida Land near Sarasota to take photos for a book about the dolphin show. There, he claims, Dolly the dolphin began courting him. She would rub...
You dirty bitch.
Listen to this. This is the line I was waiting for. She would rub her genital slit against me, he says, in Dolphin Lover.
Oh my God! I'm so hard right now.
Hold on. Just to magnify how wrong this is. Go ahead and switch the word dolphin with cat, and then play that through, and then let me know if you fuck your cat by the end of the night.
Well, I love the line in the movie because like she's mute, she doesn't talk. She talks in sign language, and like the chick that's like her friend, she's like seen the monster and it doesn't have like exposed genitals.
Yeah.
And she's like, does he even have a dick? And then she makes this like opening motion and then like penis coming out like of a cloaca like sign language. It's fucking hilarious, dude. It's really weird.
If I tried to push her away, she would get very angry with me. One time when she wanted to masturbate on my foot and I wouldn't let her, she threw herself on top of me and pushed me down to the 12-foot bottom of the pool. That is rape.
Hey, if anybody knows any dolphins, I just want to say Monster 49.
Yeah. There was no like.
He claims he fucked her.
That's a
her blowhole.
It's DTF.
He fucked her slit.
But did you die? Did you ever see
dolphin was DTF?
There was a speaking of Ricky Gervais, well, I didn't speak of him yet. There's a Ricky Gervais special called Animals where there's a picture of two dolphins fucking gay dolphins fucking each other in the blowhole, which is hilarious.
It's not quite Daryl Hannah.
But also, I would definitely, yeah. Splash was one of the first sets of tits I've ever seen in my life. But the new Ricky Gervais special on Netflix, if you haven't seen it, it's fucking amazing. Watch that.
I feel like dolphins kind of like know what's up because like they have like people don't have a blowhole.
I do.
I'm saying I'm saying like
I blew all sorts of shit out of it on fucking St. Patrick's Day.
I'm not trying to say women should have a hole
that they
suck through that doesn't have teeth or anything, but
I can be music about your.
That would be cool. That would be cool.
I feel like I know it doesn't have teeth, but I feel like it's like probably not pleasurable.
I feel like it would kill the granny porn industry altogether.
Dolphin porn?
No, if younger women had a blowhole.
Wait,
saying.
if younger women had a blowhole, then grannies would have a blowhole too.
Like if you had like a second hole that was just all gums, I feel like we would be changing the subject.
Me Too's gonna shut us down so hard.
Me moo?
Me moo.
I'm just saying if you're gonna make human hybrids, the blowhole is probably
where would it be?
Good place to start.
Where would it be?
I mean,
in the back for dancing.
I feel like the forehead, right? You wouldn't want to be too far away from you know what I mean? Like you wouldn't want to make it too awkward.
Just fuck a brain.
Yeah, no. It's gotta be something. It's gotta be fuckable. I'm sorry, listeners.
This has gone very wrong.
I feel like if it was neck mounted, like it should be like my nose. Like you keep on bobbing my nose. I don't like this. You know what I mean? Like so you gotta.
What
it's
about
gotta
the
be mounted
back of the neck? Like spinal cord.
It's like a whiplash issue, I feel like.
Definitely getting edited out of this.
Yeah, we should edit this out.
The back of the knee.
Where are these guests are supposed to have on?
You would never know we were at a beer festival.
We're bringing the magic right now, man.
We are bringing the magic. I like this.
This is what we do.
This is like where we thrive.
It is, because it's a bar. That's
My
why
voice is so deep because I'm losing it.
Are you really?
Yeah, I could barely speak right now.
Where were you yelling?
Huh?
Why?
I don't know what's going on. It's been like a weak descent.
New keg coming out. Keg alert.
Changing the keg.
Keg alert.
We're tapping shit
Keg alert.
here.
That's like the fourth keg I've seen him change today.
Dude, it is slamming in here. Like aside from like the outside is slamming, but inside is totally slamming
We
too.
should get someone to talk to.
Yeah. Let's just pull somebody.
Yeah. Who do you want? Look at someone. Let's observe and just point at them until they come over.
All right.
This ginger beard over here was staring at us for a while.
I have to. Oh yeah, that's a good way to introduce the fucking guy. I gotta pee, so you guys figure out.
I
What
got pissed so bad.
Yeah. Why don't we take a break and we'll come back with the guest?
Quick piss break.
We're coming back with a guest.
Yeah.
Quick piss break. Come back with a guest. All right, I'm here with Jamie Luna from Luna Brewing Co. And tell us about your beer that you have here and what else you got going on.
Sure. Well, I decided to be a little different and kind of go out there on a limb, and I brewed a New England style IPA. I think I'll have a good chance. And then I have a
I
Goza.
see what you did there.
I have one more common with a Goza. You know.
You do?
So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, so the New England style IPA, it's hopped with the usual suspects, Citra Mosaic, a lot of like late hop charging at the end, a lot of whirlpooling, a lot of dry hopping, and kind of full-bodied, super sweet, mango, tropical, citrus, the usual flavor characteristics. So a little bit of Magnum in there for some bittering, but
Nice. Pour your drinks. We'll hold
sure,
this.
right on.
He's holding that off. Okay.
Quick break while Jamie serves his line of customers that we are keeping him from.
It always sucks when they get busy. It's always a woman's fault.
This is banging.
Dude, that's really good.
Luna Brew Co.
This one, brewery. Yep.
What else you got going on in the future? As far as like plans for brews or events or anything, or
Just more breweries or more brewing. I think Smoke in the Valley's coming up. So
you're going to be there for that?
I think so. I mean, this is kind of like a mini Smoke in the Valley. I've never really done anything like this before. I've been to Smoke in the Valley, and it's awesome, super fun. So, I'd like to just try it out and just kind of have
And
fun.
you've won homebrew competitions in the past. You've had your beer brewed at at least one brewery, I know.
Yeah, it was the Maltose Voracious Homebrew Contest was in 2016. I think, 2016.
What beer was that again?
It was a dark lager. It was an international dark lager.
It's a nice beer. I
Yeah,
remember it.
so I brewed that just because, much like everybody else, I'm just drinking too many IPAs.
Yeah.
So I brewed it with the intention I got to do something else. So that was like the inspiration for it. So I just went completely different, dark lager, clean, caramel, toasted, malty bomb. So
Nice. All right, well, Jamie Luna with the Luna Brew Co. Thanks for your time, and
problem.
we'll see you around this IPA. I look forward to the Goza, but this is the best beer I've had so far here.
Oh wow, right on.
Hands
Sweet.
down.
Thanks.
Hands down. Thank you.
Cool. All right, Jay.
Those noise.
All right, this is Jay again. I'm here with Paulo.
Hi.
Paulo Martins.
Yes, that's me.
Here at the
I do a podcast with
Brewers
you.
Ball.
Yes.
Oh, I know you.
Yes, you know me.
Okay, so tell us about your theory here that we've witnessed a
It
couple
has
times
nothing
over.
to do with craft beer at all. It actually has to do with the fact that this brewery is on a main road.
Yeah.
And I have a theory about rednecks. I shouldn't say that. Truck drivers in general. And it's not big trucks. It's pickup trucks, too. Even mini trucks
Tell
to
us
a
more.
certain extent. If you drive by any venue that has anything to do with alcohol, you're almost required to honk or rev your truck up. You know what I mean? You got to roll
It's
coal.
happened half a dozen times in the half hour we've been outside.
You got to blow some air horns or roll coal. It's one of the two. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so
It's one or the other.
Is that a good thing or is it a bad thing? Is
Huh?
it what?
No, not good or bad.
It's an observation.
Yeah, it's a consistent thing.
All right.
Yes. So I just
Appreciate
wanted
that.
to do that. We can stop recording now.
All right.
All right. bye.
Thanks, Paulo Martins.
Yeah.
It's happening either way.
Yes, it's gonna happen regardless.
You don't have a choice. All right, cool.
I was attracted to your beard, sir. It's very well groomed. Would you care to share your name and phone number if women want to contact you?
Man,
I'm
Give on
Zach, and my phone number is go fuck yourself. I don't know if I can swear on this podcast.
You can.
but-
You can.
Oh yes,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can.
Sorry, I'm engaged, women. I know I'm sexy as fuck, but you just can't have me. Take that, you fuck.
was 1-800
Was this beard
go
before
fuck
here?
yourself.
Was this beard around before your engagement?
It was.
I know, sir. I think I know why you were
very long
engaged.
while. You would think so, but she hates it.
She hates it.
She does.
No.
So
Don't do it.
It's never too late, sir.
it's not. Yeah.
This is a divorced man. He can tell you.
All right. So are you guys enjoying yourself?
It's
Let's turn the interview.
More so than you are right now.
I don't think so. I love this. Yeah. So I'm actually just gonna take your beer.
I like this guy.
Jeff is the beard share.
So why not, right? I'm Zach,
He's all
by the
into
way,
it.
again.
This is Zach. Where are you from?
Danbury.
You guys have a new brewery that opened there around there yesterday.
It did open yesterday because they
Broken Symmetry.
Yeah, they definitely didn't open the doors because I was right there. I
saw pictures.
That sucks.
I'm still taken back by the fact that you took beer from Mr. Bogart himself.
It's all right. He liked it.
A friendly face.
You are.
It's the beard.
It is.
You just can't help yourself.
Well, hey, man.
Will you be willing to rub beards together?
No.
No?
Too early? It's too early? All right.
Well, see me at 4 o'clock.
All right.
There we go.
I'll be here.
All right, hey,
Nobody's
man.
looking. We're off, recording, not camera.
That is a deal. Thank you.
Have a good one.
Are we back in?
Yeah.
You tell us, fucking producer. You're the one that's got all the shit.
I'm recording. I just didn't know if you guys were.
Oh, well, all right. Welcome back. We got Cameron here again from the last episode.
I'm back.
Brewer extraordinaire from Bad Sons.
I
And
won't die.
I got to hand it to you, man. Everything I've had today has been, better than anything I've ever had here before.
Well, thank you. Yeah, we've come a long way. Really happy with the beer. Really love the beer.
The Big Whoop is amazing.
Whoop is
it's a big whoop right
It's
now.
fucking good.
Yeah, it's fucking delicious.
We were talking before, I left it here for an hour and it got warm, and it's even better than it was when it was cold.
Opens up. It's a beer that it's shelf stable. It's just a beer that can sit around.
Is that mine?
Can't wait.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, yeah, it was gonna be.
It can
but
be.
Yeah.
It can be.
It was,
If
but
I'm a nice guy,
you
it's a
weren't here
dubious.
when
Yeah.
Cam showed up.
Yeah, I know that's dubious, obviously.
That Mischief that you gave me before is really,
Dude,
really
CTZ,
good too.
talking about that hop all day.
I
Love that
shit.
hop. Glad we could get it back. Hop grower ran out of it. They harvested again.
Nice.
Deserves to be in that beer.
So it's hopping in here, man. You guys, great
No pun
turnout.
intended.
Yeah, no, it's going to be hopefully a great day. I
got you.
Obviously, the Brewfest is a great boon to us tonight.
Yeah.
A lot of people coming out. Hopefully, everyone hasn't been here before. I love today.
To be all new.
We're always probably around this on a Saturday, but it's nice that we still have another 200 people outside, and hopefully people
Bring
will
'em in,
migrate back out into our own area out here.
Oh, I'm sure.
Because I want everyone to try our beer. I love when new people come in, we try the beer. I'll sit and talk to any single person that walks into the door.
Well,
We
plus
noticed you're
the
talking
cool-
to us.
The cool
I know.
part is
Exactly.
for something like this is people would travel for something like that
I
may
know.
not necessarily travel to try a brewery. So now they're here
Yeah,
already.
it's
They're
the
obviously
double
going
tap.
to try it.
That's what I was saying. I was like, I can't name the last time I was at a brewery that threw a brew fest.
Yeah.
Right.
I finished up at the beer outside. Time to walk inside, warm up, have it.
Right,
Keep the
exactly.
night going.
Yeah, I just talked to a couple that came here from Jersey.
Yeah,
oh, awesome.
right over here.
That is
Right
Yeah.
here. They're from
Oh.
Jersey.
I'll have to go and talk to them. That is awesome.
Jersey! New Jersey!
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I love to hear that. I just love everyone's story that comes in the door.
Yeah.
Got to talk to them and hopefully they. I mean,
There's a delay on the soundboard, apparently. Sorry.
I also gotta say, I've only been to. I haven't been to Smoking Valley. Their homebrew fest. This
Yes.
is my first time, but
This is the first one.
this is
this is the
the
first Brewers Ball. They've
Brewers
had,
Ball.
Yeah, they've had the homebrew at the other Smoking Valleys.
I've
Speaking
gone.
of balls.
But it wasn't split out.
Well,
It was
hold on, because I've gone to other homebrew festivals in the
Yeah.
past, and this is the first one where the majority of the beers you're trying taste like commercially brewed.
I
They
mean,
taste
just
like-
beer in general has become in the past 5 years. It's exploded.
Yeah.
When I first got in the industry, you'd walk into a brewery okay, I get it. They're making beer. Not all of it be good, great. Give them 6 months and they're fucking cranking it out.
Do
They're
you,
making.
do you think that's because of the pool of shared knowledge at this point?
Oh, it's.
the learning curve is so much smaller.
So
than it
I
used
mean,
to be?
there's. Yeah, it's a great way to attribute. If a new brewery walks in the door, which has happened, I'm like, okay, well, this is what I'm gonna do if I was in your situation. And you can do that to 20 breweries, and all of a sudden you've learned as much as you would learn in 20 years.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, the cumulative knowledge, it's such a welcoming environment, as I was saying, I think, on the previous podcast.
Yeah.
It's just if you walk in the door and you want to open a brewery, I'll tell you what we should be doing, what you should be doing, what would help you.
Yeah.
Because who wants to drink a bad beer anymore?
Right, exactly.
This is not 20 years ago. We can all make good beer. The quality of homebrew is not even homebrew anymore.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's
not.
give the guy a year and that guy's learning to make beer.
Right. Yeah.
And then you give him another year on a big system and he's
true.
making commercial beer.
But I mean, you think of the heavy hitters that people line up 2 hours for. Dude, 3 years ago they were fucking homebrewed.
No, that's what I said. If the beer that was being produced today was being made 3 years ago,
Yeah.
everyone in the country would have lines like that.
Right. Yeah.
The beer has caught up so much to you got to wait in line for this really good beer. But nowadays it's dude, you can go 20 minutes and find a great beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
another brewery down the street that's
making
good beer too that
Yeah,
you don't
there's
know
no-
about, and I'm gonna drink
There's no
that.
reason to go wait in line when
Yeah.
this, especially in this state. I mean, we're
we're one of the most producers now.
Yeah.
Like we're what 60 plus
It's
breweries.
ridiculous. My mom, God bless her, like sent me a text the other day. She's like, you should open a brewery. I was like, do you have a spare $2.5 million to compete in this fucking market?
Yeah, I know.
Speaking of,
there's always room for another good brewery.
There is.
Connecticut is maybe reaching the limit because every brewery that I'm getting to taste, they're all doing phenomenal jobs.
speaking of consumption, and part of my voice, which is fading quickly.
Yeah, it is.
Where do you guys stand on this whole movement within the state now, where we're like talking to our legislators about how much a
I think
brewery
everybody stands on the same side
yourself
except the government.
that can sell to a single person?
Obviously, we are for it. As someone who has come from history and studying political science, Connecticut is kind of behind a lot of people. We are still very much controlled by the big distributors, the big guys. I would love if you could walk in and buy one of my half barrels. And here's the thing, like, I don't even need to sell you a half barrel. I think you should, if you want a craft beer, if you want to make a line in the stand, right now we're allowed to sell 5 4-packs, which is not even a case, right? So the new one that they're going to let us sell is we're going to be able to sell a full case. We're going to be able to sell 6 4-packs.
Of 12 ounces.
Yeah, is what it...
Not 16s.
No,
right?
16s.
Oh, 16s.
Is what's rumored right now
Nobody even
through the
makes 12
change.
ounces anymore.
That's cool.
An extra 4
honestly,
cans.
I say, like, with politicians, you don't play for the long draw. It's just we gotta chip them down.
Yeah.
So we'll take this 4-pack now, and then maybe in another year we'll
Right.
approach them again.
But the thing is, like, I think it was Bill Steinbacher posted an article
Bill-
or something that said, like, the craft market is like 13%.
Oh, it's a joke. It's a
like,
joke. It
no,
is.
not
It's
even.
never
like
going to
7.
dip into their business.
No,
it's never going to touch them.
I think Bud Light is still like 38% of craft beer sales.
Yeah.
Like, not craft beer.
regular
just
beer.
beer
Yeah.
sales.
Beer
like
sales.
one brand of one multi-billion trillion.
It's,
There's
nothing's
billion.
ever going to make a dent in that.
No, and we can't compete.
No,
I mean,
you
we'll
can't
dent them
compete
down.
with quality rice.
But here's the thing. They're playing for
Quality
50
rice.
years from now.
Right.
They're playing for that. We're not thinking 50 years in the future. I'll probably be well dead, and I'm
Right.
only 27.
You want to make money now.
But
Yeah.
they're playing for the world.
Yeah.
We're
Probably
playing
well
for X amount of miles
Immediate.
away from
Yeah.
us.
You're trying to sell some New England IPAs that are going to taste funky in 2 months. Like,
Yeah, no,
let me just
that's
get
the
them
thing,
out
too.
now.
We're talking about New England and how it's insane.
Yeah.
You throw a case of Bud Light in your fridge, it's good a year and a half
Yeah.
later. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I think they was 90 days to 120 days is what they suggest. That beer does not change.
yeah.
No,
I used to leave that out in the
Poland Spring
woods.
has an expiration date on
That's
it.
back in high school.
You
when
bury
couldn't
it
have it
so-
inside.
so the sun
you
didn't-
throw in the fucking bury it outside.
Yeah.
So the parents would never find
We've
it.
done
and you're
that.
fine.
I've done that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That beer did not change.
Shout out to Holiday Hill.
Shout out to my woods.
Dude, I remember Holiday Hill.
Shout out to senior year at Holiday Hill.
But listen,
with the half keg that was buried in the woods.
the other thing is, too,
Good
like,
shit.
there's a place for Bud Light.
No, there is.
Like,
It's
when
just,
it's 90 degrees out and you're going to stand in the sun all day, it's Bud Light all day.
when I
Or if
was
you need to rinse
20
your
years
glass.
old
Yeah.
and I couldn't afford to buy craft beer,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and honestly, when I was 21 and I was a college kid, I would buy I was talking earlier today, I'd start my night with a 6-pack of craft beer. After that, it was Busch Light because
Yeah.
it was not about what I was drinking. It was about what I was about to do.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
As we've
Busch
all
Light-
been, right? We're all, it's
Busch
just,
Light is the official beer of, hey, hold my beer,
Yeah.
and then terrible things happening.
Yeah, just wake up the next day. What?
It's
But
hard
did
to
you
it's hard to
die?
describe because you really can't do it with anything else.
No,
like,
I mean,
you don't go out and have like a craft burger and then like slowly wean off onto like White
McDonald's.
Castles.
Yeah,
for the rest of the
Well,
night.
yeah, actually you do because you go
Yeah,
out
you-
for a nice dinner, and then at the end of the night you're stopping at a fucking gas station.
Taco Bell.
for-
well, that's because
yeah.
you had a lot of alcohol between,
Yeah.
Well,
A and
yeah,
B.
but I'm saying it's still like
no.
Can we
Yeah.
talk
Yes.
about that? Because that's making me really miserable. Because, like, really good beer is really high in calories, and it also makes you hungry. So then you end up eating garbage on the way home, and it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, so I mean, what I do is I cut all
Let's
carbs
talk about
except beer.
I can't.
There you go.
I
Cut
love
carbs.
carbs.
Your carbs are beer. Just treat it like
love-
that.
yeah.
You can
They can-
eat as much meat as you want. Your carbs are now beer.
But I
Enjoy.
can eat a bun. I can eat like a Portuguese roll at work.
Okay.
Well,
fair.
you work at a brewery, so you can have your carbs
I mean,
while you're
my
working.
carbs.
Guys,
are
we
beer.
have another guest coming on. This is
Do
going to
we?
get good.
Awesome. Just like
oh, we have
go.
another spontaneous
in the
guest.
moment. All right. Go ahead.
Oh, hang on. Let me.
So can you hear us?
I can hear you.
State your name.
My name is Shauna.
Shauna. Hello.
Hi.
Shauna, do you know Cameron?
I don't know any of you people.
All right.
Well, you're lucky.
All right.
Welcome to the Heavy Drinking Podcast.
Splendid, splendid. Happy to be here.
We're laughing about something unrelated.
Cameron is the brewer here. One of the brewers here at Bad Sons.
Very nice to meet you. Your beer is very good.
Have you had any of the beers here yet?
I'm drinking them currently.
Which one?
Which
What's
one's
your favorite?
Let me look at my card.
Bring it over. Bring it over.
I see some dark stuff in
So
there.
I'm trying some All Y'all, some Light Rider, some Hoodlum, which I haven't tried yet. I'm a very big stout drinker, and Twisted.
Nice.
There
So
you
you're
go.
like a darker beer person.
I do like the darker beer.
That is fine.
Where are you from?
Brown ale. I've never had
in
that.
Naugatuck, Connecticut.
All right, so
Born and
local.
raised in Wallingford, which is a big
You're
drinking
the
town.
Valley represent.
You are the N in Bad Sons.
There you go. Have you ever listened to our podcast before?
I have
No,
not.
nobody's listened
I
to
have
it.
not.
Actually, most of our
I was
listeners,
kind of wondering what was going on over here.
All right.
most of our listeners don't live in Connecticut.
They don't.
Is that true?
No, that's actually not true.
That's not true at all.
The majority are from Connecticut.
Well, I guess I have to listen now because I'm kind of on it.
Well, there you go.
You're gonna have to make sure you didn't say anything that's gonna get you fired.
I work
fine.
in New York, so hopefully
We
they're not
won't.
listening.
We'll never say your last name. So the premise of her coming around is I had an article open on my computer here, and her boyfriend, or I don't want to presume, but he saw it too.
Her
and,
male companion.
Male companion.
Some dude.
It was the penis facials are Hollywood's.
I said that.
Actually,
Hollywood's
I meant to bring it up. I
favorite
sent
new
it way
beauty
before.
trend.
Oh, you did?
Yes, really. So I showed it to them, and they were like, "Yes." And she said, "I'll come talk." I said, "Okay."
Hey, I can talk about anything, whatever you need.
So you're from Naugatuck.
Yes.
This is your first time at Bad Sons.
This is. I actually tried their beer at the Black Hog Brew Fest they had.
Oh, nice.
So that
Shout out
kind
to
of
Black
brought
Hog.
me-
All right.
We
Hey, guys.
actually
Black Hog.
haven't done a show there yet.
And that's a beautiful thing about craft beer and wherever you are locally, just breweries helping each other out, and
Yeah.
promoting. I
Yeah,
usually
you
don't
definitely
sound like
learn
this.
about what's around because half of them you don't hear about until you go to the brew fest and stuff. So
Yeah, there's so many around now.
There
especially
are.
the home. Like this is specifically homebrew stuff.
Yep.
So like, this is the only way that they get into.
yeah, exactly, which is what drew me to this today
Yeah.
because it's something that you don't generally get to drink or try or there
Yeah.
are things that people
Unique
brew at home.
one-off beers you may never have again.
Yep, yep.
Do you need some Chloraseptic?
Dude,
Jay's
I'm
voice
fading
is
quick.
shot.
My voice is going downhill.
Do you need another water?
So it sounds like we need to.
Maybe. I still have my first water.
It sounds like we need to hit the
I think
subject
you need
quick.
something
Then.
stronger.
It sounds like we need to hit.
What Shauna said.
Shout
So
out
whiskey
to
and lemon.
Who's got some whiskey?
I'm just gonna try punching you in the jejunum and see what happens.
There you
Do
go.
it. All right,
How do you know
so
your Junum is?
back to the topic at hand.
Yeah.
And everyone needs to weigh in on this.
Are we talking about penis facials in
It's
the
not-
classical sense?
That's what brought me over here, so I guess so.
All right, that's how we're going to start.
Explain
the
it.
classical sense.
The classical sense is, you just
throw-
whack it around a
Yeah,
couple times.
throwing some rope.
What are you talking about?
Throwing some rope.
So
You know what I mean?
Throwing ropes.
Throwing rope.
Let's start there.
All right, Richard Christie.
Get a beer. Get a beer. She's going to need a beer for
That's a
this.
good term
I'm
for
drinking a
penis.
hoodlum now.
We got
Throwing
a
rope is a good term for
like
penis.
Daniel in the Lion's Den over here.
Yes.
So yeah, that's the traditional sense. Is
It
just
is.
semen on your face.
Yes. But that's not what this is, right?
Well, I hear it's a good lubricant. I don't know.
Semen.
That's not what this is about, though.
Semen.
This is something else.
That's gonna be a sound drop.
It should be. It should be.
Yeah, mark that. We're cutting that.
You know, props to this gentleman over here
Yes.
for being a good sport. I can't go on.
Wait, you're an idiot.
Thank you. All
Most
right.
people are.
So that's
That's our catchphrase.
The traditional sense is just semen on your face. I've done it once. So this article states that the weird beauty practices of the Hollywood elite, blah 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 blah, placentas, snake venom, eye cream. That's weird.
Remember that one we talked about where they were shoving wasp nests
Being
in
stung
their
by
vaginas?
bees was
Yeah,
the
yeah,
next
yeah.
thing in there.
Let him get through it.
Why'd you look at me like that?
So now the new thing is Korean
Penises?
foreskin of babies.
Oh.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
And what the fuck do you do with that?
They like make a cream.
Eat it.
They make a cream out of them, and then you rub it on your face, and it's like collagen rich. So it's like baby Korean foreskin that you just rub on your face. Would you do it?
I'll stick with my oil of Olay, thank you.
There you go.
The whole semen thing, too, is a little far.
I
What do you get in your eyes?
do have
It's
this-
irritant.
I do have this
It's a
one.
risk we're willing to take.
I do have this one hard line.
You get it in your hair, the night's over.
I do have one hard line in my forehead that I'm willing to try anything to get rid of here.
Well, foreskin's the way to go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Baby Korean foreskin.
Yeah,
Just gonna be on the internet later.
we will. Well, hey, Sarah?
Shauna.
Sorry.
It's all right.
We've been here a while.
We appreciate it. Thank you for coming on and talking about semen
Hey, anytime.
and little kid dicks.
Because let's make no mistake, this was purely about semen.
It was. That was the whole
Definitely not.
purpose.
Well, thank you very
hang
much
on,
for having me.
since we've actually got her, what have you tried out there, and what was your favorite?
Ooh.
All right.
Let's bring it back to the event.
Nope, semen only.
I'm kind of thrown off right now.
Fair
The
enough.
Mustache Stout.
Mustache.
I didn't get to try
I
that.
forgot the brewery was very good.
Mustache.
I'll have to look for
I don't
that.
think I
Mustache
had
is
that
very
one.
good.
There's a gentleman in a tuxedo over there.
There is.
Well, he's fancy. I'm a big stout girl, so I tried most of the stouts. There was also a coconut milk stout. That
Yeah,
was
the
excellent.
chocolate coconut with
Yes.
the big beardy dudes.
Yeah,
We're gonna try to get them
very
out.
was good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yep, very good.
Had a lot of
It's
like,
like an
coconut
Almond Joy.
meat. It was like coconut meat,
Yeah,
not like
yeah.
super coconut. Just
Yeah,
the
it
body
just
of
kind of had like a little finish
Yeah,
to
the
it. Like the
body
first
of
sip
it.
wasn't,
Yeah.
and then it kind of
That's
finished
what I
out.
had from them.
I think Jay said it best when he had a voice still. It was like a liquid almond joy.
It was.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's really good.
Yeah, that is really
So I think Shauna deserves a T-shirt.
Yeah, absolutely.
What size?
Well, we don't. Have, she's
the
obviously a
smallest we've
small.
got-
We don't
the
have
smallest
it.
we've got is a large.
That's fine.
There might be a medium in there.
Yeah, we'll hook you up once we finish this whole.
We'll forget. Get it now. I'll get it.
If I bend over,
Okay,
my
okay,
asshole
okay,
will come
okay.
out of my pants. So somebody else,
Please don't.
You're a
I
good
normally-
sport. Thank you.
I
No
normally.
problem. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Hey, Paula, you want to try a facial while you're down there?
You're not Korean.
I
There's
need
a
a
lot
beer.
of background noise. I don't think we can cut anything.
If I could summon a bartender, but they're deep.
Yeah,
it's busy in here.
Yeah, Shauna.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming over. Enjoy the beer. Enjoy the twisted
There you go.
100 pounds of pretzels. Very
There
fun.
you go.
Also
Holy
coming out in bourbon
shit.
barrels. Fun fact.
Nice. You
Oh,
know what?
That is one I want to try today.
Exactly, because if it's anything like the Roper that was in bourbon barrels,
yeah.
that shit was delicious. So.
Thank you. Yeah,
That was fucking amazing.
It was.
Yeah. Still have a few bottles of that left, which honestly, it's such a great beer.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, the bourbon.
Are you
the
selling
bourbon
those
barrel
bottles?
ropers?
Yeah, we do. They're
Yeah.
over there in the new big fridge next to the to-go window,
Yeah.
which was a Snapple fridge the other day. We picked it up from a pizza restaurant and decaled that as fast as we could.
Nice.
Awesome.
So yeah, there's still some of that available.
Yeah, still a few of those.
I'm definitely.
If you're
gonna
still
leave
not
with that.
sold on it, we did a bonus clip.
I could grab you guys a bottle of that maybe for at the end of the
Yeah,
podcast like
definitely.
we did last time.
Definitely,
It'd
yeah.
be fun.
It was funny. Like
I suck your dick.
Yeah. if you're not gonna take our word
Yeah,
for
we
it
could pass on
now,
that.
you can listen to our bonus clips and just hear
you know,
just,
hold
just
the
how
hand.
good it was. It was really good.
back when I only drank Guinness, I have an addiction to Diet Peach Snapple.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
Back when I only drank Guinness, like I was talking to like a girl I was dating at the time, and I was like, I literally only drink Diet Peach Snapple and Guinness, and she's like, and water, and I was like, did I fucking stutter?
Have you tried the Hoodlum, by the way?
I'm
Yeah,
sure I've had it
actually,
at some
yeah,
point.
I feel like we all
my
have.
girlfriend just got it, and I tried it. It was
Yeah.
fucking really good.
If you have a little bit of little bit of heart left in yourself for Guinness, try
Yeah.
our.
No, I definitely do.
Yeah.
I got the coconut, the stout out there.
Yeah.
that was like
Yeah.
fucking great.
Our Hoodlum.
I've definitely had
the
it
Hoodlum's
before.
really good.
Yeah,
It
Hoodlum
is, yeah, I
is
tried it
very
before.
much an homage to Guinness.
Well, it's funny. Like
We
last
sold quite
when
a
you
bit of
were
it on St. Patty's Day.
when you were on last time, we were talking about how like I came here on opening day and
Oh, yeah.
everything was IPAs, and I only drank
Oh,
Guinness,
yeah,
and I was
no.
like, whatever, it's going to be another one of those places.
No.
Then I came back again, and
No.
that's when like
Well, that's
Hoodlum
the
went
thing,
on.
like,
There was a brown ale and like all
Bad
this
Billy
like
Brown,
a
and now
Scotch
it's a new
ale, and I was
one.
like, oh fuck, man, this place is like doing it.
We're
you know?
actually. It's funny. I think when you guys first came on last time, we just were talking, bringing in a new guy, and he's
Yeah.
like, he came over from another brewery, and he was like, I love that you guys do more than IPAs.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, we're gonna do that.
Yeah,
'Cause beer
well,
needs
we
to be.
make beer.
I love IPAs. Don't
Right.
get me wrong. Love brewing them. Love making them.
They're new to me, so like I'm trying to
Oh,
drink
it's
everyone
fun. It's a
that
rabbit
I can.
hole. It's a rabbit hole.
But
and
at
here's
the
the
same
thing, it's
time,
always going to be a rabbit hole because hops are always coming out.
Right.
You can always do something new to it. with an
Here's the
IPA.
real question.
but from the other side of the fence, when I didn't
I
like
could-
IPAs,
yeah,
it was
no.
like I
You
want to
gotta-
try everything.
Gotta have something approachable.
Here's a real question from all the sour guys.
Drunk.
When are you guys
So
making
drunk.
a sour beer?
We have them in the.
Berliner.
Yeah, I've got a few coming.
All right, all
I
right.
have. I guess I can say this here. I've got
Breaking news.
Yeah, breaking news. You got like a little drop.
That was
Okay, there's our drop. Yeah, we do have a sour on the way. It's black currant.
So good.
We're doing black currant in a wine barrel from Jonathan Edwards. It's a white wine barrel.
That's
Cannot
That
remember the
sounds
wine off
awesome.
the top of my head at this
I've
moment.
consumed
We have a
Julio
few of those. So yeah,
That was an accident.
So ideally, most of our wine. This is literally we just left the cask open, let a little bit of wild stuff get in there. Ideally, all of our sours would be wildly fermented. We'll see how long that lasts because right now this is tasting delicious. I'm very happy with it.
Yeah.
If we start getting funky flavors and stuff on that on future sours.
Is that what the cool ship is for?
Yes, that is what a cool ship is.
You don't
for.
have one here,
We
right?
do. No, God, no. If I had the money, or if Mark had the money, I just summon Mark.
Set it up top, blow a hole in the
Dude.
wall.
Yeah, no. Actually, me and Jason, who is our new assistant brewer, he's the man. We're trying to rig one up ourselves. Ideas currently have ranged from putting a kiddie pool in the back of a truck.
Driving down 34.
Yeah, just we'll pick something up. Yeah, no.
Gravel, whatever.
You guys should definitely get like an old Chevy pickup truck
Yeah, I know.
and just line the bed with like.
Oh no, that's already
And
been
use
theory
that
crafted.
as
We
the-
totally thought about that.
Yeah.
The spray rubber online is not FDA approved. Don't want to do it.
No, I feel like somebody can make a
we've totally
stainless
thought
steel
about
cool
this.
ship that goes into the bed of a pickup truck.
Definitely.
Hey, we're currently trying to rig one up. So
He could
keep your-
make one.
Keep
Let's
your
do
mouth
it.
shut. We're literally
All right.
trying to rig one up. We would love to have a cool ship. I mean, we're right along the river down here, obviously. So
Yeah.
I have a couple actually just spontaneous sours in the back that I opened up. And because this brewery used to be they used to fill dairy bottles here.
Oh, really?
I'm pretty sure we have a very high percentage of lactobacillus in the air that literally that's what makes sours funky.
Is that why I have diarrhea?
No, so what makes things tart and a little bit of funk is lactobacillus. If you want like that barnwood funk,
Yeah.
that'd be Brettanomyces. So we definitely have a decent amount of lacto just in the air. I'm guessing it's
In
from
the
the 100
wood
years
and
ago.
I'm
when it
definitely
was
more of
built.
the lacto than the bread.
No, I'm 100% the exact same
Yeah.
way. So I have a couple random sours in the back like that. We have our sours up here, which will be coming out. I took the base. I've been waiting on it. It was the Furley, as in Mr. Furley. I stole some of that guy, and I literally just yeah. As we were talking before, the
Oh, so
old school TV
we've got
references.
a Roper and a Furley
We have Roper
variation
Furley. Yes,
coming out.
yeah.
Dude,
So Roper will have we have it barrel aged, and we have it
Which I'm
as
leading
normal.
with.
We'll probably do another batch next year. And with Furley, we had it just released, and then I stole some of it and let it sour in the back, the spontaneous fermentation in wine barrels. And it's coming along really nice. I'm going to put a little bit of black currant on it this week.
I
I'm really
love
excited for it. It's coming
Yeah,
in
it's gonna be
hopefully
dope.
on Monday.
You're so English.
I know.
I do? Yeah. So really excited for that. Besides that, I'm trying to think. Yeah, we do have a few sours. We're trying to rig up our own coal ship, like the peasants that we are. Me and Jason are trying to theory craft one right now. His father owns a beekeeping farm.
Oh, shit. There's
aviarium.
gotta be like a- yeah.
So we're going to maybe...
What's it called?
I don't...
Avarium, not alvarium.
Yeah. So we'll be going over, hopefully, and trying to pick one of those the first weeks of summer and hopefully have it out by the end of summer, but that's still very much in the planning stages.
Honey,
Shout-
too. You're going to get honey from him?
Yeah.
My voice is
You
so
sound
dead.
ridiculous.
Honey from him?
I fucking love it.
Dude, I just remembered when last time we were here, we were talking about Candy Castle.
Candy Castle.
And then I was like so bummed that I never got to try it. And
Yeah.
then literally the next week, Armada did a can release of Savage Queen.
Oh,
So I
yes.
went down to get it, and they fucking had Candy Castle on tap. I was like,
he
yes!
still has a few. Yeah, Johnny still has a few left,
Yeah.
which I'm like, Johnny, we will take them back
I
from you.
finally got to taste
It's
it.
a good beer, right? You liked
yeah,
it?
it tastes like Twizzlers.
We're
Yeah.
like I said, if we
A
make
hoppy
that guy
Twizzlers.
again, it'll probably be an anniversary of the first one because we both love that beer. We
Yeah,
both
it's
had a
great
good
beer.
time with it. Honestly,
I think
it was a fun day. To drink and hang out with other breweries is
Yeah.
always an excuse to just make more beer.
Yeah.
Well, that's
I've,
it, yeah.
I've never had it, but I'm looking forward to whenever you guys.
I
make
mean,
it
it's
again.
it's an IPA with Twizzlers.
I
It's
love
like if you
Twizzlers.
drank an IPA through a Twizzler that you bit the ends off of.
We almost did that.
Dude, in 8th grade, I got a 10-pound package of Twizzlers and Gran Turismo 2, and I finished both before winter break was over.
How's the diabetes?
Huh?
Diabetes are okay?
Amazingly non-existent
All
so
right.
far. I have all the telltale signs of diabetes.
So we got the votes being tallied behind us right now.
Yeah, I
actually.
saw that.
For the homebrew.
Yeah. I feel like I would like to interview the winner.
Well, yeah, we should.
We're going to.
You guys should
And we
definitely
already
do that,
interviewed
yeah.
last year's winner.
Jason.
Twice
Yeah.
now.
Did we?
Yeah, we got him roaming too.
There was no last
We
year.
did.
It was.
Yeah, they don't know what they're talking
It was
about.
the homebrew at
Because they're making,
Smoking the Valley.
making shit
Oh,
up.
Smoking the Valley. I'm sorry. I keep on.
Keep on.
All right,
Keep on
well,
doing
I'm
dumb
out of
things.
beer and I also have to pee, so let's take a break and then we'll come back and
Yeah,
We're
gonna-
gonna Cam,
we're
it's
gonna
always
let
a
Cameron
pleasure.
soak
Always
in
a
it.
pleasure.
You're
guys.
such a good dude.
I
Yes,
think
you
I
are
am,
amazing, man.
but not pretty cocky. It's always a pleasure. This is a good handshake.
Of course.
You got a bunch of fat guys here that think you're a good guy
too.
too.
All
so-
right, I'm
Yeah.
trying to work on my way. to become one. A few more injuries, I'll
we
be there.
can talk after this.
Yeah,
We'll
build some
get you
mass,
there.
man. That's all it is.
We'll get you there.
Couple pointers headed your way.
It's just mass. That's all
All right,
it is.
well, hope you guys are enjoying the beer. And thank you
Absolutely,
guys
man.
for coming down today. Love being on every time.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
you.
We
Love
gotta get you in the studio one day.
Oh, no, I'm coming. I'm coming with cans. We're going to have a fucked up
You
night.
will.
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Guaranteed.
Right?
As soon as these guys let me know what dates are
Semen.
available, we'll
yeah,
get you
let
some
me know.
dates.
I'll
yeah.
bring him over. We'll bring some Light Rider, which
Nice.
is our Night Rider reference. Another great
80s
old show.
television.
Gotta represent.
Fucking love it.
You got it.
All right, man.
All right, guys.
We'll
and break.
Peace.
Peace.
Can I do bomb track on this? This is like one of those microphones you kind of hold to your face.
So Jay and Paul are here with the Heavy
guys,
Drinking
how are you?
Podcast, and we happen to notice these
Your
awesome
necklaces,
necklaces
they're
that you
awesome.
have. Are they homemade? Did you get them here? Tell us about
what's
it.
going on with that?
Homemade.
Whose idea?
Well, we bring them to every beer fest. So.
Yeah, so like as I'm driving to the beer fest, she makes them in the car.
That's genius.
Oh, like last minute.
Really?
That is awesome.
No, it's not that last minute because it's planned out.
It's foresight, at least.
Yeah. But it's like one of those in the car things. I used to have a friend who used to be able to roll joints while the car was moving, and it was like the most awesome
Very
thing.
classy.
It is. It is. Well, thanks, guys.
We don't know what we're doing,
We don't.
but we have a
don't.
podcast, Heavy Drinking Podcast.
Yeah, here, I'll give you.
That's a pretty cool idea. So,
I had a
did
pocket
you bring
full of
others,
stickers before.
or
I don't. I put them down.
what else can you put on that necklace in the future?
I never really thought about it.
Bagels, chips. I mean, like, well,
On there, you have to like put a hole through it.
find a way.
Now, have you guys ever thought of changing it up? Because I saw people with like cheese sticks.
Really?
Cheese sticks.
Well, we're thinking about like, I don't know, like, you know, like how Chex Mix has like
Yeah.
different flavors?
Yeah.
Something like that, but with like pretzels.
Yeah.
So like plain or like sour cream or barbecue.
Yeah.
It's genius.
Yeah. It gets a little complicated with the
Market it,
breadsticks, but
make some
outside
money.
of the breadsticks, I think you could do it. You could
You
pull
can
it off.
sell them at these events. Yeah, you should have your own tent.
I know.
Yeah.
I could live.
What's your name?
guys.
What's your names?
Lisa.
Dolphin. Dolphin.
How do you feel like being? How do you feel about being in Hysteria?
You know,
That's
it
a
happens.
That's a Thursday
You know,
night for
college
me.
is a confusing time.
That's a Thursday night for me, and I'm
Did we
married.
give you these yet?
All right, guys.
We'll be
Thank
inside
you.
the brewery later too. Come hang out.
Yeah. Thanks,
Whatever.
guys.
Thank you. So, we're here at the Brewers Ball. Tell us about your little group here. With what do you guys call yourselves? Do you have a name or?
Yeah, so we're Pillar Brewing Company out of Mystic, Connecticut.
All right.
And today we brought our New England style IPA. It's 7%. It's called Through the Galaxy.
All right.
It's
Are there Galaxy hops in it?
Yes, Galaxy hops, Simcoe hops, a little bit of Citra. All the hops were put in at Flame Out and
Okay.
dry hops, double dry hops.
All right. Nice. What else? Is that the only beer you have today?
That's the only beer we brought today.
Okay. How's the reception been so far?
Everything's been great. I mean, the turnout's great. There's a ton of people here. All the beers, we went out all down the line earlier and tried everybody's beers, and there were some really good beers
Yeah,
here.
there's a nice array of styles too. A lot of hops, but also some other stuff thrown in, which is nice. What else you guys have coming up for the future?
So we're doing Pour at the Shore on May 12th in Stratford. I believe it's in Stratford.
Nice.
Yeah. So that'll be our first time there. We plan on we'll be bringing this IPA, and we'll probably be bringing a coffee stout and maybe something else. I'm not sure. But we also have a wedding in July that we're doing, and that's about it so far.
So how often are you guys brewing?
We try to brew at least once or twice a month.
Okay.
as long as we have the money to do it, we try to split it between 4 guys.
All right. It's doable.
Yeah, so it's a good way to just get together, hang out, have some beers, make some good beers.
Last question. Favorite gender-neutral pronoun?
I don't know.
Z-beer.
Nice. Well done. Thank you very much for your
Thank
time.
you.
We'll talk to you guys later.
All right, thanks.
This is my first interview like this or anything crazy, so I don't want to make a dick out of myself or a dick out of anybody else. So
that's what we're all about.
Yeah,
that's the show, dude.
If I start to,
we don't make a dick out of you. It just naturally comes out.
Are you from Rhode Island or Massachusetts?
No, I'm from Maine.
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 They make good beer up there.
They
I went
do.
to Bissell Brothers.
Hey, I mean, Bristol Brothers, they do great stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, they're on the commercial side of stuff,
Yeah.
but yeah.
It was my favorite of the commercial brews I went to, though.
Well, that's because you haven't had some of the finer microbrews like Nis.
No, I haven't had Nis. I had Afterglow by...
Afterglow's good.
That's Foundation, right?
Foundation, yeah.
Foundation. They're a bunch of awesome brewers.
There's
over
another
there.
one behind them in the same
Before we
building.
get carried away, who the fuck are you?
My name.
Well, hold on. Let's do a quick intro. real quick.
Let's get it in here.
Antoine P. Merriweather.
Let's see. So before we get too deep, my name is Dave Wright, and my brewery is called Buckshot Baz, and it's just a small garage-style home brewery. Just have a bunch of fun, brewing great beers with a bunch of friends, and enjoy.
So you say Buckshot Bass?
Buckshot Baz, B-A-Z.
B-A-Z,
Buckshot
okay.
Baz. Yeah.
Buckshot Baz.
I'm a bit of a dart player, and it's sort of a play on words as far as darts go.
Nice.
Pretty much means I'm a shitty dart player. that's what.
We
Buckshot Baz
have a
means.
lot. You got a good spread. You got a good spread.
Do you guys have like a Instagram page or Facebook or any stuff people could check you out with it?
No, man. I mean,
yeah.
I'm real small. I'm just a single. I mean,
all right.
So
if you want to find some Buckshot Baz beer,
I got a wife.
yeah, do some
right.
work. That's all.
No, wife and kids, and just have a bunch of fun in the garage and basement, just brewing up good beers and having a blast. And
what's your?
That's what home brewing is really all about, is seeing what works and what doesn't work.
What's your favorite style so far?
I'm sorry, catch that?
What's your favorite style to brew so far?
I'm gonna say that my favorite style to brew so far is probably farm style.
Oh, nice. Say so.
Okay.
Yeah, farm style. Farm style can be pretty interpretive as far as whether you're going to brew with fruits or vegetables or whatever the earth can provide you with in order to brew with. And I recently for this event we just did, I did a grapefruit IPA, and came out pretty good. I was feel like I was one of the first guys to tap out on my 5-gallon keg.
Nice.
Worked out pretty good.
Nice.
Yeah, I was gonna say before we started recording, Dave kind of honey dicked me into his beer. he got me like salivating, and I was like, "Dude, can I try some?" He's like, "I'm all tapped out."
Yeah, sorry, dude, I'm out.
I know. Hey, next time, right?
Can you lick the tap?
Yeah. We'll just pour a bunch of foam into your mouth.
TAP, not TIP.
He likes that.
Yeah, right. So there was I had a couple of we'll just call them customers because of I don't know what else to call them, but they were coming around and hanging out, and they were doing 3-4 pours at a time, and they were just really were enjoying it. They were just dropping their tickets in there for the boat, having a really good time.
So you actually came down from Maine, like when, today? This morning?
Came down last night. I have family that lives not too far from here.
Okay.
And I came down. We got in last night around 7 o'clock. Got our kegs all set and got everything all settled in. And then we came down this morning to Derby and got everything all set up. Man, it's a great time.
Yeah.
Great time. Smoke in the Valley does an awesome job just setting everything up and making everybody feel like they know what's going on. And
have you done Smoke in the Valley before?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Smoke in the Valley. This is my third event with Smoke in the Valley. These guys are great. Justin's fantastic. He lets everybody know what's going on. And
he's all right.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. There's no questions. Everything's just like straight up. You know what's going on. It's just easy for everybody. Quick load ins, quick load outs. It's fast. It's fun. Just makes it easiest for all the customers to come down and have a good time and just enjoy good craft home beers and really, really, really enjoying themselves.
Yeah, I've had a really a bunch of really good beers today. Actually, there's some great stuff out there. And have you been to? Do you know about Dewdrop? That's right there.
No.
You should check out Dewdrop, dude.
Go to Dewdrop.
Best wings around, and well, no offense, Jay. And
I have no offense taken.
and
I can't talk. My
and
voice
a great
sucks.
craft selection. It's like literally right there. You can order food from there, and they bring it here, so they're like
Really?
interconnected. But it like check it out on the way out.
Well,
It's
that's
fucking
the
great.
problem with not being from Connecticut is that I lack a lot of those those small niches that I should really know.
That's why I told you, because I didn't
there's
want you to
very few.
leave and not know about it, and then find out later and be like, "Fuck, I should have
It's
stopped."
literally 2 seconds away.
There's very few instances where it's bad that you're not from Connecticut,
right?
Because
I like Connecticut.
There's no benefit
I
to
like
being
Connecticut.
from Connecticut.
I'm also not from Connecticut, but I do like Connecticut.
He's from like Maine, basically. He's from Canada.
I'm from Upper Maine.
Upper Maine. So there's not
North
much
Maine.
of a difference from Southern Maine to Upper Maine versus Northern the world. So as
There's
far
moose.
as
Have you ever seen a moose raping a cow? We talked about that earlier.
Let me.
Jesus.
Can I
Moose on cow rape is a serious thing.
It's serious. Yeah. It's
Hashtag
an
me.
issue.
Hashtag me moo.
Hashtag me moo.
It's a hashtag. It's a hashtag.
Me moo.
It's that
Oh my
important.
God. Hashtag moose on cow issues. Hashtag cows have rights.
The funniest part of that whole story is the cow's face in the picture.
Oh
it's
my
like
God.
it just looks.
It's a real
It looks
thing.
mildly inconvenient.
It's a real thing. There's a moose
Mildly inconvenient.
raping cows in Canada.
I just feel like the main cows are trying to get the swerve on. That's
It's
really-
like, what? At least it's not my cousin.
It was
Whatever.
in Maine, right?
yeah.
Yeah, it was.
No,
in
it
Maine.
was in Canada.
Oh, well, that's Maine.
Yeah, that was Canadian.
Well, that's why it wasn't that big of a deal because it wasn't actually related to the cow, so it was fine with it.
Yeah, I feel like if I was a Maine cattle farmer, I would just start naming all my heifers Stella. And then like when Stella gets humped by a moose, you just Stella got a groove back.
You're
That's all,
gross.
that's all that's going on.
I wish I had like a womp womp sound.
That's
about-
not. I'm killing the dad jokes today.
There's
No,
a girl.
I wish you had a bad joke sound
That's
also.
yeah.
There's a girl
They
over
can't
there.
all be good.
There's a girl over there that has a wool hat on that has like a fucking knight's
No,
grill
that's
that comes
from
down.
I see it.
That's from Knights Brewing that was here today. They have a.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they have a homebrew stand over here. It's called Knights Brewing, and it's Knights as in knights in armor,
Yeah,
not,
yeah. That's
not
dope.
darkness.
They're giving away hoodies. I mean, like
No, she
Faces?
probably works there.
whatchamacallit?
What does that
things.
even mean?
It was like $8 or $10 for a hat, and you can get a hat that has a knitted
that's
visor
awesome.
that pulls
Yeah, it's a
down.
Oh, I
beanie with
missed
a
all that.
visor.
Yeah,
it's pretty neat.
It's a beanie
But it looks
with
like a
a knitted
knight's
visor that pulls
mask.
down. It looks like a knight's mask.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's
It's
funny.
kind of crazy.
So hey, man, we appreciate you coming on here and talking. I feel like if you win, we're just gonna talk to you more.
I think we got to give him a T-shirt.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
shit,
definitely.
t-shirt?
you definitely
Yeah, we
earned
got
yourself
official
a
drinking
t-shirt.
The official drinking T-shirt.
Yeah. What's your size?
Yeah, man. What size
Let's
t-shirt?
just go ahead with a large and pretend that we're not an extra large.
No,
Yeah.
we're extra large.
You're gonna
definitely
look
large.
great. You're gonna look great.
I'm just gonna pretend that I'm not about to enter extra large.
That's what I've been doing for like the past
Yeah.
couple months.
It's
Take
great.
one of these decals.
I'm
too.
about to enter
Yeah.
double X.
How is it on your extra large throne? I mean, coming from a double XL guy.
Boys and girls.
It's tenuous. The answer is tenuous because I'm about to cross over.
Yeah, boys and girls, don't enter into extra large. It's not that
No.
fantastic.
2XL 's
You're
waiting
really
for you.
missing out.
Teller of lies here with us.
Until you get into 2XL, that's when the real benefits start
That's
to
the
come.
when
glory.
the fun
That's
comes
the
in.
glory.
That's the glory. 2XL.
So hey, man, shout out yourself at Buckshot Baz, right?
Buckshot Baz Brewing out of
Buckshot
Maine.
Baz out of Maine.
Maine.
Home brewing. And appreciate you guys.
Hell
And,
yeah, man.
It's been a lot of fun. Thanks,
It's a
everybody.
beautiful
coming
state.
out.
I was glad
Hopefully-
to visit it this year.
I
Hopefully
will
not.
move there.
Hopefully moving up from home brewing soon.
Yeah,
right?
we'll see. We'll
Yeah.
see.
All right, man.
All right,
Thank
man.
you.
Hey, thank you for coming by, brother.
Appreciate it, brother.
We
Thanks
appreciate
a
it.
lot, bro.
Great.
Cheers.
All right, thanks, guys.
We'll be back.
Wait, I'm Paulo. How are you?
I'm Jay.
Haley. Tom.
Nice
Paulo.
to meet you, Haley and Tom.
We're 3 of the 4 members of the Heavy Drinking Podcast.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Actually.
All four of us are here.
That's yours. I won't put it on you.
There's
Out of
yours.
respect.
That's got the back.
There you
on
go.
it still.
Oh, Jeff's here too, so all four of us are
Yeah.
here.
So
Yeah, we're essentially three. Yeah.
That's a good job. That's probably the best job in the whole crew right there.
Yeah, we're essentially a podcast.
team.
We're a
So-
podcast of four guys that like to drink. It's three fat dudes and Dave. And yeah,
It's heavy because we're fat.
it is heavy because we're fat. We don't drink that much.
Enjoying nice beverages.
Yeah,
They're not fat at all.
Oh, never shares his mic.
I don't mature my mic.
They're not fat at all.
There should be a comma between heavy and drinking.
Okay, I agree with that.
Yeah.
But heavy drinker,
Yeah.
then you're not like necessarily flat.
Yeah. So we're going around asking questions of some of the patrons
yeah.
here.
Have questions.
And your question is, how many beers before you stop washing your hands when you go to the bathroom?
This is when you give the mic to the other person.
I thought Jay was going to do that.
I was pulling up my message.
How many beers? So if I'm at a bar, I guess it's probably a couple hours worth of drinking before I just. Yeah, it depends on how
It's modest.
Yeah.
So we'll say 4, 5?
Yeah, that's about right.
All right, 5 beers. All right. Yes, sorry, 5.
I'm not going to ask the beard's yes or no question to her because he's clean shaven.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh,
Thank
yeah.
you.
So it's a
Thank
necessity
you
thing. Yes.
for
Yes,
not
we
having
appreciate
a beard.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, I can't grow a mustache, but I can grow a beard when I get out. So it's okay.
Well, there you go.
Sorry.
Yeah, you wouldn't want message anyways. They're creepy.
Favorite gender neutral pronoun?
Q. Q.
You.
No,
Wha-
Q is in the.
Oh, Q.
Yeah. We should probably study that list more.
Yeah. We got as far as Zer.
Non and Q. Non and Q.
Non and Q.
Not in Q.
All right.
Okay. You,
We'll
sir?
Mark that in the books.
I don't have a clue.
Doesn't have one. That's perfectly fine.
Yeah, neither do we.
All right, well, thanks again, guys. Thanks for talking to us.
Thank you very much.
That was
All
Tom
Yes, Tom.
and Haley.
Thank you. Yes.
Thank you guys so much.
Yeah. Did you try any good beers?
Oh, yeah, let's talk about this
Yeah,
thing.
let's talk about the beers.
And we already said goodbye. It's awkward now.
What was your favorite beer so far?
Oh my God, they're so good. They're so good. The strawberry was amazing.
That was Jason.
And
No, it
then
wasn't. Never mind.
I've had so many double IPAs I can't even keep them straight, but they were all great. Absolutely fantastic.
They kind of all taste the same now.
No, they don't. Because some of them have a smoky flavor, some of them have a fruity flavor, some of them have just like a downright awesome flavor, and it's all awesome.
Where are you guys from?
We live up in Woodbridge right now. So.
All right.
Originally from Ohio, and I'm originally from Maryland.
Yeah.
Favorite Connecticut brewery?
Well, actually, we just discovered Bad Sons, and it's our favorite right now. That's awesome.
Nice. They're doing well.
Yes.
It's a great spot, great beer. We're happy to be here.
I see so
He's
much
learning.
coming out of them. I see so much, possibilities coming out of that brewery because of all the space that they have. They could actually do really well for themselves. So I totally support them, whatever they have to do.
You guys were great to talk to. Thank you
guys
so
are
much.
awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Good luck to you. Appreciate it.
All right. You too. You too, brother. Thank you again for your service.
All right, Jason, how you been, brother?
Good, man. Good to see you guys
It's
again.
good to be back with you. Last time we recorded, the last episode we did was here at Bad Sons, and
was.
you were one of our guests.
Yeah.
It was in promotion for this event. And now you're here serving your beer, so tell us about what you got going on.
So right now I'm serving my Heart Flapper, which is a tart cherry wheat. I was lucky enough to win a contest that Kinsman Brewing did.
Yeah, you brewed that day.
I did.
Pour
Yeah,
me
the
some while you're talking.
I did just come from that. And it's on tap right now up there. It was an awesome experience.
Awesome.
Like those guys were so cool. Learned so much in like an 8-hour period. Great experience. So I've got that on tap. I'm doing a Puritan Pale Ale, which is 95% Connecticut sourced ingredients.
Awesome.
The only thing I couldn't get was the yeast and a little bit of the grain. And then I did that with Matt Knight of Night and Day Brewing. Awesome
that's
guy.
his last name. I couldn't remember. Yeah.
Yeah, he came in. Came in third place in that contest, so I saw that and I reached out to him and I was like, "Hey, man, you want to do a beer together?"
Yeah.
So, and then I've got my Doc Juice, which is my New England IPA.
Nice.
Which, really solid, nice, tasty, fruity. It's good. You can drink it for breakfast.
Awesome. Well, we'll look forward to trying all those other ones. You got people waiting, so we'll let you go. But
Awesome. Great to see you guys.
You too, brother.
Yeah, thank you.
Stuff.
All right. Daddy went home, so now the kids are playing.
I got to figure out how to do this.
Yeah, we just recorded a ton of stuff.
It's recording already.
Oh. All right.
Cam, say something.
Cam's not working. Try that one.
Cam isn't that.
Just talking to it. That one's not working.
No, it's not worthy.
Oh, wait.
Turn up the volume on the first one.
Motherfucker.
Can you hear, Chloe?
Hello.
Okay, you're good.
Cam, talk.
there.
Can you hear us?
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
I got you.
You guys can hear me?
I got you.
Yeah, we
All
can
right.
hear you.
So our producer, Daddy, went home, and now we don't know how to run the board.
Yeah, so we'll
We'll figure it out. We're recording now. Pipes are live.
Yes.
So we're back.
We are.
Drinking podcast. Bad Sons. Brewers Ball.
You're talking into the part that holds your mic and not actually the
I'm
microphone.
drunk. We're back with Cam again and Chloe, right?
Hello, yes.
I'm having so much fun
Who
here
are
today.
you?
I just follow Cam around whenever my schedule provides.
You are important.
Am I?
She's doing a great job.
Yeah.
Aw, Cam,
Really
shucks.
happy to have Chloe. She's done a great job for us. She works really hard.
I'm starting to think I'm going to follow Cameron around when I have time.
It's a good idea.
Life could be worse than following this ass.
Yeah.
You just have to really pay attention to what he's saying because he's usually talking with his back to you.
I do that. Everybody hates me for it.
I've always got to be somewhere. It's like, oh, wait, I'm supposed to be 200 meters away right now.
Yeah.
Can't keep up.
Yeah, you're like, oh shit, I'm pretty sure what he's saying is important, but I can't fucking hear it because he's walking away from me.
People say that to me all the time. I'm terrible for that. So
You
this
sound
is
perfect for this job.
this has been like the most fun day of the. It's spring, right?
Oh yeah,
Seth
yeah, that
thought it was
shit happened
winter.
like a week ago.
I was
think.
gonna say
Was it?
I was gonna say of winter. Spring, it doesn't hold that much weight because it's only like 3 days old.
Yeah.
It was the most fun day of the winter, though. I'm gonna say it.
Of the year so far.
So far, thus far.
Yeah, that's how you say that.
I mean, the boats aren't in the lake yet, so yeah, I'll give you that. Once the sun comes out, you're gonna have some competition.
It's been a great turnout, man. Like,
I know, it's been great.
we've talked to some great people. We're still. Did they pick a winner out yet? I've been
Yes,
checking.
actually, I don't know the name. It's like Dragon something. He's got a tie-dyed shirt.
Okay,
oh yeah,
yes,
no,
yes,
tried
yes.
it. Good beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I tried. The only
I
one I
didn't try
had.
it.
The only one I had
Did you
was
try
the
it?
The black IPA or the sour?
I had the Sour Patch Kids.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Can we talk? Did you try the black?
He's supposed to come on, but I don't know what he's.
No,
like,
he made a black New England IPA.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's a really interesting style. Not sure.
I've
Is
only
there-
had one.
No, I mean, I've never heard of a black New England IPA.
Well,
and
I've never had a black New England, but I've had a black IPA.
Yeah, black IPA. They're terrible. Terrible style. I will fight the world. As a brewer, fuck you all. It's a terrible style. They're called Cascadian Dark Ales. They're from Germany, and they're terrible. There's a reason they stopped making them 5 years ago. New England was trying to be cute. Vermont did their first shot about being new, and they made a thing called the Cascadian Dark Ale, which is they called a black IPA. They are terrible, really heavy, just way too acidic. We've kind of made them better.
Is it like black, as in like the Black Forest?
No. Black Forest beer, which is a traditional part of Germany.
Yeah.
They do darker lagers,
Right.
which are fine. This is not that. Black IPAs usually are really acidic and really high in Chinook and stuff like that, which is a fine hop for a black IPA.
Right.
They're just really aggressive. They're kind of just like a palate melter, as I'd call them. I don't like putting beer styles on blast. The beer style that should not exist.
Black IPAs.
'Cause
Fuck
it
off.
was like a homebrewer style that's like, well, I made this beer, and it's going to ruin your palate for the rest of your life.
Do you think the first one was an accident?
I mean, every first beer style is an accident. I'll
Well,
never
yeah,
shit
yeah,
on
yeah.
a beer for being that.
Yeah.
The first New England style, when the beer came out and it was hazy as shit, they're like, I fucked up. It turned out to be delicious.
I love that dank stank.
The black IPA did not. But I actually got in an argument that someone was saying how Vermont's first style that they ever made was a black IPA. And I was like, not a thing. The first style they made is the New England IPA.
Yeah.
And shout outs, it's a great style. Deserves to be around. Black IPAs can die. Back to Dragon homebrewing.
That's racist.
So
he did a great job.
What was it? A palate what?
A palate wrecker.
So I'm
Palate
new.
wrecker.
I'm pretty
Yes.
new to
Hit me.
the IPA scene. Is Alchemist really the
forefront
originator of?
They're probably the closest we'll get. If you notice, beers have become much more turbid in terms of haziness. And honestly,
I like the hazy stuff.
No,
I know
which is
I'm
fine,
a
which is fine.
fuckboy fanboy
No,
bullshit.
which is fine, as I
but it's
said.
like it's just what I like. You know?
Alchemist To me, yeah, they're the originator of what we consider a New England style.
Yeah.
Their beer considered to most traditional New England styles, and by say traditional, I mean like 6 months ago, because it's such a new style.
Right.
A little bit too bitter to be classified in that.
That's what I've been reading because Jay and I are actually planning. We took Friday the 13th off in April to go up to Trillium.
Oh, awesome.
And I was saying to him, like, I've never been to Vermont. It's the only state in the Northeast I haven't been to. And I want to check it out to go to, get heavy
Paula,
copper
do you
and
want to
stuff.
come?
And I've been reading like stuff about it, and they're basically
come?
saying it's a New England IPA, but it's like a West Coast New England IPA.
It's the first version of New England IPA, in my
Looks like
opinion,
it,
that was
yes.
commercially produced.
Right.
And
I mean,
shout outs, respect. If you probably will not like Heady Topper as much as you will like
Fogelbanger.
Oh, Fogelbanger's so good.
I can't wait.
Jose Cascade, motherfucker.
But like I literally looked up the other day I was looking up hotel because I don't want to go.
You're
It's
not going
Vermont.
there
It's
back in the
fucking
day.
cold.
It's a 4.5
So
hour
I was like,
drive.
well, yeah, exactly. So I want to stay like 2 days. It's drive there 4 hours, stay overnight the next night, check out some bars.
Yes.
Dude, the fucking hotels in the area in the summer are like $300 a night.
Oh yeah, you got to do an Airbnb. That's the best way to go.
Yeah, you gotta Airbnb
I mean,
it.
because so like if you're gonna travel there for beer, it's definitely not gonna be like.
Because I'm also going to spend $200 at the brewery. Let's
well,
not
right,
like
exactly.
kid ourselves.
So it's not like going to Portland where you have this
I've done
like
that.
high density
Right.
of breweries. You
Right.
can
I'm
go
going to Alchemist, and that's about it.
Yeah, like you can go to Portland and you can hit like 15 breweries in 3 days.
Yeah.
But if you go to Vermont, they're kind of more spread apart.
Right.
So like you hit up Hill Farmstead, you can hit up Burlington Beer Company, but you're gonna drive between those
Right.
breweries.
Cough, cough, cough. Anyways.
But I've also to me, part of it is like of all the states in the Northeast, Vermont's the only one I personally haven't been to. So I want to see Vermont aside from the breweries.
Separate from
I just
breweries.
want to see like Burlington.
Yeah.
And like the waterfront in Burlington in
It's
the summer is
a
like
great
$300
time.
a night. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking?
don't
It's
do
a
what-
college town.
You've gotta
it's the
do
summer.
Airbnb.
Nobody's coming here.
You got to find like you got to Airbnb
Yeah.
someone's ski
Yeah.
house.
Yes.
Because they're like, cool, made a couple $100.
Yep.
Yeah.
Peace.
Right.
But yeah, that's how you should do it.
I had one of my really good friends had his bachelor party at an Airbnb once, and I'm surprised that company's still in business after what we did to that house.
I heard there was like condoms behind paintings.
Yeah.
Oh
There were.
no.
There were.
Oh, Chloe.
I feel like the podcast as a whole should get an Airbnb and then
Spell hole.
They sponsored
if they-
this, right?
If
They're
afterwards,
paying for this advertisement.
yeah. I mean, if there's condoms behind stuff afterwards, that's just gonna happen. But
Yeah.
So,
I mean, it's just gonna be the 4 dudes. But
Honestly, condoms are removable. What's not removable is alterations to those paintings.
oh,
And the
I was
actual
gonna say,
and
I was
the
gonna say
actual the shame seeps into the like drywall, and you can't get rid of that.
I was gonna say with 4 guys alone in a cottage. Yeah, condoms are removable, but the memories are permanent.
Yeah, the spermicide lasts forever.
The mental
Just
image.
as long as the sperm doesn't.
It usually does.
Hey.
You sound ridiculous.
My voice is shot.
It is.
Yeah, you're dying. This
I really
is
wanna-
stage 1.
I really want to trace it back.
I sound like a sperm and spermicide.
I really
He
want
can't even talk. He's
You know
dead.
what's funny is I really want to trace it back to where it originated because I have a theory. We all shared a beer. We all shared a bunch of beers when I got the Weird and Gilly at the St. Patrick's Day party.
Yeah.
I woke up the next day with the scratchiest fucking throat, and I was like, "Which one of you fucking assholes got me sick
so
again?"
did I.
Yeah.
So did I.
But then it went away like immediately. I feel like he got it.
Yeah, you kept it. I had a sore there too, but I was just like, I had a
Patient
cigarette.
zero, though, is my question.
You apparently,
No.
because we all had the anti venoms to like fend it off after
Yeah,
one
I
day,
feel
and
like-
you got sick.
I feel like your itchy throat germs tried to enter my body.
I bartended
and my
on-
body was like, fuck out of here. But like, I still felt it for a second.
I bartended at St. Patrick's Day, so go fuck
Your
yourself.
uvula was like, hi-ya!
Yeah, it was.
So, we're drinking some beers right now.
Yeah.
that-
Yes, we are.
I don't want to hype another brewery while we're in a brewery.
No, you can talk about them. It's
No,
all
you
good.
should.
What we're drinking.
It's not what this industry is about. Talk about
All
another
right.
brewery.
So,
all good in the beer hood.
So I stopped down to
Yo, fuck you.
Alvarium the other day, like a week ago, a week and a half ago, and I never heard of it before. I just went on Google and I was like, "Show me
New-
where to go
new
drinking
brand?
today."
I don't want to. Are they New Britain?
New Britain.
Okay.
Hard hitting New Britain.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I had like 3 or 4 beers while I was there. They were all like pretty decent, and I got a couple crowlers to bring home. So today we're drinking, what is it? The Gorilla Glue.
It's their New England, right?
They're both New England. Gorilla Glue and Starman. I love Bowie, so I can't fucking say no to Starman.
Yes.
So I was actually like pretty like surprised.
Not very good.
I never heard of them.
Honestly, shout outs to their Oktoberfest lager. If anyone can get it next Oktoberfest, it's maybe the best representation of the style I've had in the States.
Have you, personally, which is, it's a weird thing to say, but Sam Adams Oktoberfest is one of my favorite beers ever.
It's ecstatic.
I just love the way it tastes, and I know it's not representative of the style, but
it's a little bit weak on the alcohol content.
Yeah.
That being said, it still tastes like
I
one,
love
which
the way it tastes, but I've heard
styles are fluid
from
just like gender.
Right?
Chloe, what's your favorite gender-neutral pronoun?
Your favorite?
They.
Oh, I do like Zay Zed. Yes.
Zay
Zed.
Wait,
Yes.
what's
Let it
the
be
one?
known.
What? There's one from Hen. Hen's my favorite now.
Oh, so I was just having this conversation
That is,
literally last night that
bird.
like talking about like they them and how difficult that is to like get your head around like they them when you're talking about a singular person. But
It's
then,
grammatically incorrect.
But well, okay, you say that, and yet we do that all the fucking time when we're. I'm sorry, can I swear on here?
Yeah.
Yes,
okay, great.
please.
So
Insert random swear.
Yeah, insert random swear here. That we talk about that we do that all the time when we're talking about somebody we don't know.
When we don't know, yeah.
Yeah, so we use they them when we're talking about somebody we don't know.
I still think it's grammatically incorrect though.
I don't know.
Is it they slash them? Like,
No, it's just they. We say they.
Yeah,
period
they
or them.
or
period.
So it's a hyphen.
No, it's not. It's
If
not.
I were to write it
They
out,
them.
I just like honest question. Write it out. How do I? Is it slash? Is it
No,
hyphen?
you just say one or the other.
Yeah, if you're saying he or she, you would say
Them.
they.
Okay.
And
Okay, no, just-
yeah,
just
his
wondering.
or hers, it would be
I was
them.
just JW.
Yeah.
I feel like it's the same thing with like syrup. Remember, like for a while, like
Listen,
syrup.
I'm Canadian. Don't talk about syrup.
Go on.
Wait, so
Don't
back
talk
to
about
Al-
syrup. I'm Canadian.
So we back to Alvarium.
Remember for a while? Remember for a while? Like
I
it
know
wasn't
this
syrup. It
rant's
was
gonna go
scissor.
somewhere.
We are peeking at the beacon.
Well, that
And then like it took up a
Wayne
definition.
thing, right?
Scissorp is like cough medicine
that's-
and
Yes,
robo
but
tripping,
before
right?
that.
Is it coding?
No.
I don't know.
No, that's when you're
Before.
robo tripping.
I feel like if you're gonna go for the over-the-counter trip, then you're better off with the Ambien and just like staying
God.
awake.
pretty sure Ambien's not over the counter.
Yeah, but you can get it.
Easily. Yeah.
I'm
I know
not-
people.
As a beer
I'm
drinker,
not-
I will say the best high you can get is just drinking a good beer. That's all I
yeah.
got. That's
Yeah.
all I need.
Yeah.
I'll sleep.
That's what I do.
That
That's
puts
all
me
I
to
need
sleep.
do.
And
Fall
I'm not
asleep.
saying.
I
I'm
need to
not
have a good
saying-
time. Beer. I need to fall asleep. Beer.
6
Yeah.
o'clock at night, I fell asleep on St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
6 to midnight.
How much Jameson was involved?
Actually, none.
Whoa.
And then I woke up at midnight and watched YouTube till 5 in the morning.
What was on YouTube? What YouTube? That's a wide
What
spectrum.
was on YouTube?
Okay, so I am
Yeah,
Canadian.
YouTube.
I'm Canadian by birth, but by heritage, I'm
So
English.
a lot of hockey.
No, by birth, by heritage, I'm English, and so there's a lot of like these weird, obscure shows in England that we don't get here, and they cut them into like 15-minute clips on
okay.
YouTube. Fucking hilarious! I was just watching them all night. It
So
was
you're
like 8
just-
out of 10 cats, and like game shows. Like weird, like English shows are really weird. There's like a small segment. Okay, so in America, like you get like Friends. That's like a
terrible
situation
show
comedy
about
but
friends.
it's 10 seasons long and it's 22 episodes a season.
Yes.
In England, that show is 3 seasons at maximum, 8 episodes a season.
And they're all 2 hours long.
No, they're like 20 minutes. But the problem is that leaves a vacuum in television in England. So they fill it with like these
Doctor Who?
weird.
They just fill it
There
with
is
Doctor Who.
Show that has
Have
been
you-
on since
Have you ever watched Skins?
4 of my lifetimes.
Yeah, Skins is great.
That's actually a really
That's
good
a
show.
drama, but it's great.
It's good though.
But they fill it with these like weird game shows where they get the most famous comedians just sit around and talk shit.
Oh, that's good.
And it's fucking hilarious. Like 8 out of 10 cats. There's like the Big Fat Quiz of the Year, Big Fat Quiz of the Week. Like they're just great. So I spent 5 hours watching that.
Fair enough.
Just trying to get to bed again at some point.
I see what you want to do.
Lull myself into sleep.
What you-
I'm gonna grab a big whoop. Does anyone want some?
Yeah,
I'm
I'll
gonna grab
have-
it
I'll
out
have
of
a
a
big
can
whoop.
right now.
Dude, That beer's banging up.
Yeah,
It is
we
banging.
can talk
Yeah.
about it in a second.
I want,
Be right
grab
back.
me a big whoop.
Boom, 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 boom,
Yeah.
boom. All right, be right back.
All right.
Whoop, whoop.
BRB.
Now, see, that YouTube is great, but what would make it greater?
That YouTube. You just sounded like an old man.
Yeah.
The YouTube.
The YouTube.
I'm going to redeem myself. I'm going to redeem myself in
That
3
was an
seconds.
accident.
What you want to do, coming from an old guy, is you want to take an Ambien, and then you're gonna feel sleepy. You're gonna want to fight that and stay awake.
Are you
As
talking about
long
that
as
thing?
possible.
Are you talking about that thing
Yeah.
where you like take sleepy medicine and then try to jerk off before you fall asleep? Because
No.
either way you win.
No, there's no jerking off involved. There's gonna be a couple levels of sleepiness you're gonna have to fight through, but once you break through that second level, wow, wow, it's good. I don't take Ambien normally, but my wife does to fall asleep. So she gave me one once to fall asleep, and I'm like, no, because I'm just gonna sleepwalk. But what I will do is I will take this, and I'm gonna watch Netflix for the next 5 hours.
What did
and
you watch?
it is great.
Give me a rundown.
It makes things that much better. Because it's whatever you're seeing on Netflix plus the hallucinations that you would have had and forgotten about because you fell asleep and then sleepwalked. But they're all there still.
What's the best thing you ever hallucinated?
Hallucinated on?
No. What's the best thing you ever saw hallucinate?
Saw? I don't remember.
I do. It changed my fucking life.
Oh yeah.
I'm terrified of spiders.
Okay.
I'm really, really scared of
I love
spiders.
spiders.
And so. Oh. Not mine. Not it.
That's Dane.
Dane, here it comes, baby.
It's going to Nebraska.
That was going to Nebraska.
Enjoy it, Dane.
So I'm completely terrified of spiders, and I'm one of those people that. So I'm 38 years old. So like in the late 90s in the rave scene and
You
stuff,
piece of shit.
when like ecstasy was around all the time. I'm one of the people, not Molly, actual ecstasy.
Yeah.
One of those people that trip fucking balls off ecstasy. So one night, I went outside to smoke a cigarette.
It's a lot of information.
Well, it got to set the scene. I went outside to smoke a cigarette, and there was a fucking spider in a web that the web was literally like, the ropes of the web were this big around.
Fuck yeah.
And the spider couldn't fit in the brewery right now.
That's
Like some
something.
shalope from Lord of the Rings.
And his
type
name was
shit.
Peter Parker.
But it was like so terrifying, but also if you've ever done ecstasy, nothing matters and it's amazing. Everything's great. So like I was like, that's a fucking huge spider. What's up? Like normally I would have actually died from a heart attack, but I was just having fun.
Nice.
Yeah, I've never. The only time I've really like hallucinated, like seen things, it actually was from floating.
Really?
From going to float
We've
tank,
been
yeah.
talking about this. Have you ever been floating?
I've never been floating.
Have you tried it?
No, but
There's a place in Shelton.
There's a place in Trumble.
Really?
Yeah.
Shelton?
Oh, well, I thought
Trumbull.
No, Trumbull.
Trumbull.
I've been really drunk to the point that like I have to hold the earth to
That's
stop
what it
from
feels
falling
like.
off of it.
That's what it feels
But
like.
never been floating.
What is that movie from the 80s?
Oh,
Animal House.
You're thinking of Stranger Things.
Wait.
Is it?
I think you're thinking of Flatliners.
No.
So you
I'm
think
not.
it's strange?
But they
you
weren't
think it's
floating.
Stranger Things when they actually had a float tank?
No.
Yeah.
Come on, that's
Yeah,
like
that-
from last year.
I
I'm
know,
talking
but
about
it's
from the
80s
80s.
themed.
No, come on. I'm not that dumb. Let's go.
He nailed it. He's done.
Nailed it.
Moving
Oh,
on.
shit.
They were floating?
I think it has Tim Robbins in it, maybe.
It?
No, come on. Tim Robbins is not in it.
Yes, he is.
Chloe.
Oh no, that's Tim Curry.
Chloe,
Thank you.
do you have an accent?
What's that?
Do you have an accent?
That's interesting that you say that because I, every once in a great while, people will ask me what my accent
You
is.
are not from here.
So I grew up in Florida until I was 10 and then grew up outside of Worcester. So most people don't say anything one way or another, but some people will ask me what the fuck my accent is.
I know
And
it
I
was
think
something subtle.
It's some kind of like Southern Worcester hybrid, I think.
So you're
That's,
like you're a down south mass hole, is what you're saying.
Yeah, I think
What
so.
part of Florida?
Oh God, all over the place. When I
Are you a military brat?
No, I'm not, but we did move around an awful lot. When I was 10 years old, we had lived in like 7 or 8 different places, including like
like that
Miami, Boca,
Jesus.
West Palm, all over the place.
Yeah, it's
Everglades.
more Florida.
Everglades.
It's more Florida. And the only reason I say that say Worcester again?
Worcester.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not saying Worcester. Worcester. Yeah, that's not what I. Yeah.
poop.
Yeah, my brother lived in Worcester for a while, and I remember the first time I drove up there, I'm like, dude, I'm not seeing any signs for Worcester. He's like,
It smells so good.
look for the sign that says Worcestershire.
Worcestershire. Well, what's that?
It's just like that sauce, right?
Yeah.
One of the old Adam Sandler.
No, it's Abbott and Costello.
No,
That's like
okay.
50s. What?
There's an Adam Sandler CD where he's like, "Welcome to Worcester,
Yeah.
$1.25."
Yeah, the toll booth guy.
Yeah.
Welcome
Yeah.
to Worcester.
I'm
$1.25.
Dude, it was so funny. So I was watching Netflix the other night, and I was just trying to find something to watch. And I fucking in my head, I'm like, I hate Adam Sandler. He's not funny.
Oh, no,
But
he's
then you
not.
watch
the
all
water,
of his movies on Netflix.
The Water Boy.
Okay, wait,
was
how
on
old
Netflix.
are you?
No, I mean,
38.
Any of the audio
like-
CDs
okay,
are
okay.
Yeah,
awesome.
like
No,
mid 2000s.
I agree
and
with you.
before,
I
he's
agree.
okay.
Yeah.
Like Happy Gilmore, I'll fucking laugh my
I
ass off
100%
on.
agree with you. In my head, though, I'm like, he's a douchebag.
Well,
whatever.
it's like what we grew up with.
But
so,
I put on Waterboy the other day,
Yeah.
and there's like a fucking scene in it that I literally, I mean, I was drinking at the time, but I laughed so hard I fell
Surprise.
out of my chair. Where he goes, he's like, the
not
guy
gonna
tries to
make
get him
Chloe
on the football team, and he's like, hey, will you come play football for me? And he's like, not only will I play football for you, yes, I'll play football for you. And I fucking died laughing. I was like, this is the stupidest joke I've ever heard.
And that was how much scissor he had.
That was like 6 New England or New Haven IPAs.
No, it was a great beer. Shout out
is
to
a great
Johnny.
Yeah, Johnny, we love
And,
Johnny.
and Rector Brewing. Shout out to Rector and Armada. I
So
guess.
okay,
That's how
so
we say that.
Cameron, you
Yes.
probably can fill us in on this because I said we have an app that we talk about the podcast in,
Yes.
like just it's a Slack thing, whatever. But a Rector.
Yes.
From what I can find online, I love all their collabs with
Johnny.
Armada.
Yes,
And
Armada.
from what I can find online, a Rector is a collective.
Yeah.
They're
so
not like a singular
it's-
entity.
It's a little bit of an odd duck situation. I mean, it's them out of Overshores Brewing. Shout out to them.
So they are at Overshores.
Yes, that's how they hang out with Johnny so much. Who's out? Armada's
At
also
Overshores,
out of there. So I mean, that brewery has moved more in the direction of they're gonna help produce other people's beers.
Yeah.
Because they have so much space, and they were more Belgian themed, so they'll probably. I believe they're still producing their own, but they're gonna push more that way. That they'll let open up. I believe today is actually Hoax Brewing.
Yeah, I was gonna bring them up.
I think they're
It's the same
shout out to
guys?
them.
So Hoax,
I haven't got to meet him yet, but I heard he's a great guy.
He's the I believe he's the bartender in the tap room.
Yes.
At Overshores.
And he's gonna be pushing his own. He's doing sours. He's. I mean,
Oh,
if
nice.
he's making. I haven't got to try it yet. If he's doing Boone Vices, which was probably the best sour strain, like ale-ish, whatever spectrum you consider that beer.
That's a
It's
good-
my personal favorite of that spectrum.
That's a good.
I really hope he's doing well because I'm gonna go try it soon.
That's a good thing to get into just as Two Roads opens their $2.5 million
Oh yeah, I mean,
sour facility.
AKA why we're now gonna do some sours because I've always wanted to do them. I don't want to honestly, be our thing because as a
It's
history
like
major.
OEC pretty much has the 100% sours on lock.
Oh no, that they have it on lock.
Yeah.
And as I said, as a history, I came at beer from a history angle, and if I'm very German, and if my ancestors knew I was I was a German beer maker and I was making sours, they would,
Fight you.
make the Nazis seem like a joke because they strive for years to make these
Who?
nice, clean lagers.
I didn't catch that reference.
Yeah, beep.
But
Yeah, I feel like I could. I feel like I could. I could hold down Two Roads sour operation by
I
myself.
guarantee
Yeah,
it will
you like the
be
sours.
within 5 years. It'll be the biggest sour facility in New England, in the East Coast.
Two Roads?
I'll go as big as the East Coast.
Dude, I honestly wanted to move out of Connecticut because the weather here has been
It's terrible. Oh, it's
uber
Mar-
shitty
You know how
the
it
last few
snowed
years.
3 days ago? Wait, 2 days ago? Wait,
not,
1 day ago?
not live shitty.
I
Uber
love
shitty.
seasons.
We
I don't give a fuck.
we've gone from 4 to 2 seasons here. There's literally hot and cold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all right.
It's
though.
either hot or it's
I'm
fucking
Canadian.
cold.
I don't mind cold.
So
Yeah, I mean, we don't mind cold, but our state is not equipped to handle it.
yeah, I like the in
We got a
between.
grand total of like 16 inches of snow this year, and also that's been predicted 3 times in the last couple of weeks
yeah.
each. So I think we're doing all right. Our
I mean,
budget's
no,
not
but they're like, oh, shut down everything. shut it down now.
Yeah.
And we're like,
Well, yeah,
okay, we will.
I think-
Thanks, New England. And then it's like, oh, wait, no.
I think the most.
And then it's like, it's the one that you don't expect is going to
Yeah.
just nail us.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like, oh, it's going to be 4 inches. And all of a sudden, like, 4 feet later.
Well, that's the problem.
Welcome to New England.
You say 18 inches 3 times in a row, and it turns out to be nothing. The
That's what
fourth
she said.
time,
You know,
the fourth time, it's like 115 inches, and you're like,
mind.
fuck.
Yeah, well,
I wouldn't mind winters in Connecticut if I could like hold a drift through a corner, but you get pulled over for that shit.
Especially 2 beers in.
Yeah.
The most important thing about the winters now is that a lot of our trees, especially like
Oh,
our
yeah, they're
fruit
coming
trees,
down.
Chloe
are
really
being
likes
fucked.
trees.
So
That's why
yeah,
for
so
everyone.
I'm a
She's really good at
horticulturist.
them.
I actually am the horticulturist at OEC.
Oh,
shit.
So,
For real?
Yeah. So we like.
On a
when-
level of 1 to 10 of huggableness, where do you place trees?
Oh man, 10.
Is
A
that like a
solid
10?
no 11.
Full hug?
A full 11.
All right.
Yeah.
But she doesn't mind killing
Jeff
them.
and Jay.
So,
I'm also a tree guy. I'm also
Fat
one of those-
guys get pretty good
so
hugs. I'm
the
just saying.
issue is when it starts to get warm. So like back in February, it started to get warm, and a number of people were like, "Oh, I think we're out of the
freeze.
shittiness."
Yeah.
And I was
All
saying,
his employees
no,
said that too.
I'm pretty
You
sure we're
kinda-
going to get our asses handed to us in March.
Yeah.
And so what happens is these buds on these trees are like ready to pop.
And then they die.
And then when like it's been a certain temperature for a certain number of days in a row, the trees are like, "Oh shit, cool, it's ready to go." And they start to break. And then we get a fucking winter storm.
Right.
And when these buds get frozen off, then the fruit, like that, if these buds were going to be flowers, then they would have been fruit.
Right.
But then when they get frozen off, we get fucked.
And then the tree's fucked because it has no
And
idea
then-
what's going
yeah,
on.
exactly. So, like with at OEC, we actually have a number of fruit trees. We have a greenhouse with a number of citrus trees inside.
Dave
of it.
Lenari.
So the greenhouse is good.
Dave,
But-
Dave's the man. Right, Dave?
Yeah.
Dave at OEC. is-
Yeah.
You're saying the trees outside get messed up.
Yeah.
Save
the
your
trees-
voice.
Yeah, the fruit
Yeah.
trees. Yeah, the fruit trees. If we have like peaches, especially peaches are very sensitive.
Yeah.
Peaches,
My
plums,
peaches are very
any any stone fruit, so peaches, plums, apricots, anything where there's like a pit inside.
Yeah.
Like you're fucked.
Yeah.
And if you're relying on that harvest for any reason, then like you're done.
I feel I'm the only one that's really out of
He's
the
the- he-
podcast
out of
guys.
all of us, he's the sour guy.
That's really in depth. Not the sour guy.
disagree.
I'm also the only one out of 3 of us that actually grows fruit trees.
Oh, really? What do you have?
Just pears, apple trees, peach
Oh,
trees.
okay. Yep.
Yeah.
You need to hang out with Chloe.
It's a battle between me and squirrels.
Oh, yeah.
Essentially.
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I got no love for a squirrel.
I'm a vegetarian, so I'm very upset.
I'm
the fact
vegetarian,
that he's killing,
too.
That I'm upset that he's killing squirrels in his
I
backyard.
know it's very difficult to like rectify the whole like being a horticulturist
Versus
and
animals.
being
Yeah.
a vegetarian. Yeah, you got to be like I don't even like there are invasive insects that I don't even like killing them.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh fuck, like you're gonna screw up my ecosystem.
No, man. I'll kill a squirrel. I throw gang signs at squirrels that are not even near my house. Yeah, I just roll by real slow. I see them
East
across the street.
side!
I rolled the window down halfway. Yeah, I see you.
Fuck with my shit.
It was
Yeah.
funny. I took a friend of mine. So I'm a huge Manchester United fan, and they go on tour every year. They only play in England, but they go on tour every year. And one year they were playing in Toronto, which is where I'm from, at the same time that As I Lay Dying was playing Toronto, which is like a band that we love. So I grabbed a friend of mine. I was like, let's fucking go to Toronto. We got Man U's playing the first night. As I Lay Dying's playing the next night. Let's fucking do this. He's like, hell yeah. So we crossed the border. We're like running around in like downtown Toronto, just like stopping at bars and like drinking whatever. And he like, we just like get out on the street and he's like, black squirrel. I was like, what are you talking about? And he goes, that's a black squirrel. I've never seen a black squirrel. I was like, what are you talking about? But I grew up in Canada where we have black squirrels all the time. And it never registered to me that in Connecticut,
There's very
we don't
few.
have black
We
squirrels.
don't. We don't.
I
That
had
was the
I had
first
one
time I
that lived
ever
in my
noticed.
yard, and I'd sit there and be like, motherfucker. Then there was 2. So
Yeah.
shout outs to Black Squirrel.
I've
Hope
been
he's
blessed.
doing well.
That's
I've
the
been
new.
blessed. I've had
that's
the
the new
full
Marvel
spectrum.
movie. Black Squirrel.
Yeah,
the next,
Black Squirrel.
Is the next
Oh,
Marvel movie.
yeah, I can't
It's
wait.
coming out right now.
You black piece of shit.
I've had the full spectrum in my yard. I've had the white squirrels, brown,
In conjunction
and
with
black.
squirrels.
There's red too.
Let's
England
be
has
honest.
red.
It wasn't about it was about black squirrels.
Yeah,
Don't pigeonhole me.
it's
Don't
not.
pigeonhole
Yeah, yeah.
I'm
We
gonna
should.
put my pigeon right in your hole.
It's just squirrels in general that I'm not fans of. Doesn't matter what color they are.
Discrimination against all squirrels.
All squirrels.
This is getting
Black
real.
squirrels matter, dude.
Yeah. You know what it is, dude? Like when you have a peach tree and you see one of them just like cheesing out with like a peach in her hand.
Shout
you're
out
like,
to
hey,
Keenan as he
that's
walks
cute as
by.
shit. I love
Squirrel
that.
lives matter.
So cute.
Thanks for the peach, bro. And I'm like, that wasn't for you. That wasn't your peach.
Keenan and I got pretty drunk last night, actually.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
were
we
you
were
here
at-
last night?
No, we were at 140.
Oh, dude. Keenan's had a lot of random experiences with people that he should not be drinking
God,
with.
that
getting
kid is
fucked up
so
with.
young, he's
Well,
gonna
he should
die.
be drinking with me. That's not a
No,
problem.
no, that's why I'm like, Keenan, I'm like, dude, like when I was your age, I was just like, yo, party all the time and go to sleep. And Keenan's like, party all the time and don't stop.
Oh, man.
I'll just sleep, coffee, beer.
I was
Let's
at
go.
140 yesterday with Keenan, and there's another guy that
Jake?
works the tap room.
Would have been Jake.
Short hair.
Short hair,
beard,
Jake. Yep.
Like short
Jake.
beard.
Jake.
Yeah,
He's
so-
probably on somewhere right now.
So they were both
Great
here,
guy.
and they were trying to cut us off at the end of the night, and they were like getting shots and stuff. And I was like, oh, I should probably go home. And then the bartender's like, are you guys going to be okay? And I was like, listen, we all have to be up at the same time tomorrow. So if they're drinking, I'll be fine. Don't worry about it. They're also 15 years younger than me.
I mean, they power through.
Yeah,
So
I don't know
guess I'm
how
like,
these 21-year-olds are doing it. I mean, like anybody in their 20s, like, oh god, I wish
I'm in my 20s
wish I had that
and
stamina.
I'm dying
I know how
slowly,
they're
but
doing
it's
it.
not from the beer. It's because a fermenter will be pulled over my corpse, and then I'll be the new
Let's
yeast
talk
strain in
about
this building.
this
Oh,
big
you liking
whoop.
it?
This big whoop.
Big whoop.
Yeah.
Big whoop.
I'm telling you guys, I've said this on the podcast earlier today. Big whoop. I love a lot of beers from this brewery. You guys are
Aw.
fucking killing it. I'm telling you right now, Big Whoop is the best beer out of Bad Sons that I've ever
Yeah,
had.
it's really good.
And the funny part
I
is
wish
the
there was a session version because it gets you fucked
Yeah,
up.
it, gets
to
you,
9%.
it doesn't taste like it.
No, that's the
honestly, I keep
problem.
getting that problem. Like,
Yeah.
I've had people text me that I know, and they're like, hey, like, I'm trying Lubrified, I'm trying Big Whoop.
Yeah.
They're like, why is this beer this percent and I can't taste it?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm really sorry because like I'm really stressed about fusel alcohols. Like I do not like alcohol to have a burn.
Yeah.
So I'm on a yeast strains and stuff like that.
But
that
then
it's
you
like,
can't plan your life.
I know, right? Like I want to drink a double IPA, like it's
Also-
a session IPA, and all of a sudden I can't walk out the building.
This is probably a good time to mention that we're sponsored by Lyft. If you use Heavy 18, if you have your
Heavy
Lyft code, you get
18.
$20 off
Yeah.
your first 4
Hopefully
rides.
everyone is using it here tonight.
And you know the funny part is when we left here last time. I don't know if we talked to you about this in the last.
I don't think you
this,
did.
This whole day's just been a blur. But when we left here, the tricycle actually. You guys have adult-sized trikes here,
We do.
and it actually motivated
I was in the
me.
Instagram video on it, I believe.
Yeah.
Right before the big whip. It was the teaser.
He's
This is when I was
making-
brewing it.
He's
So it
making
motivated
a 40
me.
mile an hour fucking tricycle.
So when I left, like 2 days later, we had a nor'easter and my power went out. So my house is running off a generator. And if you
So
ever
you
use
powered it with the trike?
no, if you ever use a generator, you know there's very few things that can run off a generator, right? You can run your house off it, but outside of that, not much, right? Every generator has a 220 plug, which means you can run a welder off of it. So I'm home alone with no power.
And Joe
a
Pesci
generator.
shows up.
No, I go through the garage. I find an old motor, some like
Oh, this is
bike
getting
parts,
good.
some bike parts, some like stock steel. And I'm like, you know what? I could probably make a trike out of this. I could probably make a gas-powered trike out of this. And they exist. They're called drift trikes, but I actually got like 95% making one. I was supposed to bring it here today.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
I end up
If
ordering
you
the.
bring it in,
Yeah.
I'll give you a case.
Oh no, the whole
You gotta
purpose.
see. You gotta
no,
see the.
I
he
don't want the
painted it
case.
The
Stakes
craziest
are
color.
high.
No, you don't understand. I don't want the case. The whole point was to come here and sort of
Welcome.
shit on you guys with the trike game.
Oh, dude, I will.
You know what I mean?
Hot
You
damn.
don't know how fast I can pedal.
This is a 40 mile per hour motorized tricycle.
I could probably hit that maybe.
I was
Come
a
at
big
me.
wheeler at 6 years old.
Yeah. Game on, my friend.
I put my front. I put my front
Move
teeth
race.
through my lip on a big wheel. 'Cause
Yeah.
I drove directly into the curb, and I kept going where the big wheel stopped.
Yeah.
And my
It's
face hit
almost-
the ground.
Which
It's
one did you
almost-
have? Did you have like the primary color, the red, yellow, blue big wheel?
You want to be real jealous right now?
Yeah.
I had the Knight Rider big wheel.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
So the question is, have you had a light rider beer?
Yes, actually. Well, what am I? I'm drinking like 4
Hey,
beers right now, so I'm
this,
not sure.
This was
what.
paint the other day. That's when I finished
Oh,
painting it.
shit.
Yeah.
I mean, I
It's a
really,
legit
I hope you guys
setup.
post this picture online now that I'm talking about it.
No, no, we
I mean,
haven't yet.
honestly, this is the Bad Sons color too.
Yeah.
Oh.
That was the whole point.
Yeah, it's great.
It was the
Love
whole thing is supposed to be green and
Ah,
gold.
that's really good.
You know the whole green and gold color
Oh,
scheme, right?
yeah, I know.
What is it? You
I
know
mean,
the whole saying, right?
I'm talking about right now. Have you
No, green and gold. You don't know the whole saying behind green and gold?
Have you seen our new cooler?
No.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm
We now have
saying.
a gold cooler.
You know what? It's behind. You know the whole saying behind it, right?
Elaborate.
It's green for the money, gold for the honeys.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I looked at it. I was like, I hope you're good at welding because we're fat, and that's gonna fall apart as soon as we get on it. At 40 miles an hour, we're gonna
Things
eat
will
shit.
break. It's got cup holders
Oh man.
for 2 beers.
And a growler. He's gonna put a growler holder on it.
That was before
Yeah.
I painted.
Oh. Well, you're close, right? You can ride it over. You just gotta take the bridge, right?
No. One of the main
No,
problems.
he's in Shelton.
That was after I
Oh,
painted it.
yeah.
So
yeah,
one
close
of the
enough.
main
Ride
problems.
over it, and I'll fill it up for you.
Well, you know what the
And then
main
you have to ride it home.
one of the main problems is that I'm trying to keep it on a extreme budget. Basically, shit I found in my garage.
Unlimited money.
No. So far, it's just been stuff I found in my garage. So the main
You bought the
issue.
paint.
I bought the paint. The main issue is the fact that the only brakes on it are the little mountain bike brakes in the front, and I don't think that's gonna slow you down.
And they're also wired into the actual
did you die?
acceleration gear.
They are wired in, and
So
it was
you're
originally
braking and accelerating at the same time.
it was originally a kid's bike. So
Yeah. We'll get there.
we're not children.
We're going to ride it around.
We
Yeah.
will.
So, anyways, back to the beer. Quick.
Yes.
Big whoop. I'm being told to tell this. Amarillo Mosaic, great beer, 9%. Look forward to it. We're gonna try to get in pack stores. We'll see. I'm pushing
Does
one
not
off.
taste like 9%.
Yeah.
I know. I told you. I get yelled at. I literally get yelled at. My
It's
friends are like,
sneaky.
"It's so sneaky." I like making balanced beer.
Yeah.
I don't
feel
know
like
if that makes me a bad guy.
No, it makes you a good brewer, but it makes you
An asshole.
difficult to drive
It makes
home.
me an asshole. Yeah.
I mean, that's why you got to get lit.
No, it's like I have,
Heavy 18.
you have 2 and you're like, I should not have a third.
Yeah.
But if you get a 16 ounce,
I
you
feel
should
like with
maybe have one.
the beers you guys sell, definitely in package stores, you should be able to get dubious
Oh no, it's
and,
You can get
and
dubious
lubrified.
honestly since when was the last time you guys were here? Like a month ago, around that time.
Yeah.
2 weeks. It
Yeah.
was like 2 weeks ago.
Was it really only 2 weeks?
Yeah.
God,
No,
my
2
life-
weeks ago.
Closer
Since
to-
then, I've noticed a
closer to a
ton of
month.
your beer
No, it
Yeah.
was 2 weeks
popping up, which
I
is great.
fucking
I don't-
swear to God it was 2 weeks ago.
It was 3
Okay,
weeks ago.
we have some disagreement. No idea because I don't have like a day off per se.
Yeah, yeah.
Just every day
You're
is
just here.
A, B, C, D, E, F,
Yeah,
and then I'm
yeah.
like, I'm on like Zeta 4. Right
Is that your preferred gender neutral pronoun?
Yeah, I know.
Yes, Zeta 4.
Damn,
Zeta 4.
Zeta 4.
That's how I prefer to go by. Thank you.
Yes.
I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah, it's
Thank
just
you.
like it's really hard for me to know the day of the week. 'Cause I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
But Chloe knows it because
He's
she's
not
laughing.
lying.
I mean, we push the beer here. We try and make it as drinkable as possible. As honestly, as delicious as possible. Not like, oh, this is juicy. Like, I prefer a more balanced version that's
Yeah.
more shelf stable.
Yeah.
Me personally, because I'm in the industry.
Shelf stable is a problem that
We were talking about that earlier.
Yeah, a lot
and
of people
I
can't
that's
make
it,
that
like
happen.
if I were to make dubious, I could make it super juicy and stuff like that. But
But it lasts
in
for
a
3
week-
days and
Yeah.
then you're fucked.
it's gonna be like, oh, you get 4 days of being like,
Yep.
oh, it's
Yeah.
super fresh, and then you have
Yeah.
like a week of being like a mid-tier beer, and then after that, it kind of just falls
But
off.
see, that's like
I'd rather
get-
go for the beer that if you're gonna drink it a month from now, it's like, oh yeah, I get it, it's the same beer.
But
Yeah,
a lot of
it's
people don't understand the
It's
2 hour
hard.
lineup to get beer. That's what that's about.
I will-
It's not
and
about
also-
like
oh,
it's hard to find.
nice.
It's delicious beer. It's hard to find, so I got to line up for it. It's like no. it's beer that you have to drink
fresh
today
in the next couple hours.
This is going
to
be
get
destroyed
it right.
after.
Yeah,
Which,
to get
like,
what it's
as a
supposed
brewer,
to be.
I get why people are doing it.
Yeah.
We have such a great culture right now. People want the freshest thing possible, which is amazing. Industries cannot run on that.
Right.
No.
You have
And
to.
I don't want to be a dick and say that because
I'll
I really
give you-
do. Like I love going and trying people's beer.
Yeah, I'll give you a perfect example. I opened up a can of it was just Magic Hat. What was it, taken from Granite?
Yeah.
And it was probably sitting on a shelf for about a month, but it looked like a snow globe when I poured it out.
Like,
and
I
it
don't want
just-
to be dick and like call people up. I'm like,
Well-
it's just if you can't do it and sell it out in X
Yeah.
amount of
Yeah.
time,
Yeah, you shouldn't.
Well,
just do it in house.
Yeah,
Just do it in
I
house.
mean-
Don't give it to a package
I
store
agree.
for them to sell to
I agree.
to represent your brewery because you should respect your brewery enough to be like, cool, this beer can sit there for 4 days and guess what? It's
But what's
terrible.
the average? Like, I got a fresh beer. I'm gonna put it out. What's the average that you can expect it gets
Depends
bought by
the
a
style.
month?
So name a style.
month?
Yeah. Like name a style. Yeah, like we're talking
Well,
about New
let's
England.
say IPAs because they.
We're talking about New England's or IPAs? West Coast IPAs,
Well,
East
okay,
Coast
let's-
IPAs,
so
Northern IPAs.
Let's talk about New
of
England's
all of
for
them.
now.
New England's probably
West
denigrates
Coast?
the fastest,
I mean, like,
right?
like when I go, like I'll drive.
Sours get better. Like
Yes.
you said, you work at OECs.
Yes.
Sours get better the longer
Yeah,
they sit.
but like I'll drive
Stouts
up
and
to.
porters get good.
I'll drive up to Portland and I'll go to like Bissell Brothers and
I
I'll
love
get
Bissell.
Swish.
Their Swish
I
is
fucking
dope.
love Swish.
I've
but,
only had it at the brewery though. I've never bought.
Yeah. Okay.
Like,
So
brought it
I'll
home.
buy like a case of it, but then I end up getting to a point where I'm like giving it away to my friends because I'm like, this shit needs to be dealt with.
Right.
Yeah.
Like
So-
if you don't drink it now, it's not gonna be good.
So the last time I went to Treehouse was probably about 2 months ago. I got a bunch of haze, a bunch of bright with Citra. Fucking the best bright. They make like 100 versions of bright now.
I was there.
Most of them
I
aren't
had
great.
I had a full case dropped off last week of their
Yeah.
stuff.
But
I love their beer.
Yeah.
It's like a month,
Yeah.
2 months old, and I don't want to talk shit about anybody, and we might have to edit this out. But my favorite
change.
My favorite
That's
beer
all you
in
have to
Connecticut is the New Haven IPA,
Okay.
the Armada Erector.
Shout out to
The 3
Armada
days
and
that-
Erector.
The
Love you
second
guys.
the second that they
XOXO.
can it, 3 days later, it's a different beer.
Yes.
The Treehouse I've had for like a month and a half.
Yep.
It's still basically the same
Yep.
beer.
Yep.
And Treehouse is one of those breweries that specifically is like, you have to drink this right away.
No, they're not anymore.
Well, that's what
When they expanded, they changed their model.
did that.
You didn't hear what they said?
No. Well, they say drink it cold, drink it fresh. That's like
no,
their...
they changed it to wait 2 weeks for it to be in the can.
What?
Yeah, you haven't
Really?
heard that? That's their new model.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense then.
Which I was asking one person there because so as I was talking about earlier, when you're drinking from the cask, because
Yeah.
that beer is sitting on hops,
Yeah,
right? So
right.
you're
It's
drinking
like
it like it's
in it.
straight
Yeah.
from the fucking hop. Like
Yeah.
it's like there's
Yeah.
hops in this beer, and I have it in a sack, so you're not actually eating, vegetable matter.
Yeah.
But they have pivoted because I would argue, as someone who's in the industry, which is fine. If I'm wrong, that's not
but
an
you
issue.
have, like, yeah.
Love for them to correct me. I would guess it's because they're making so much beer they can't sell out of it in a day or two because they're making so much now.
Right, yeah.
So now,
But
after
it's weird, though,
this-
they're also not making enough. They're making too much and not enough at the same time.
I always say they're the unicorn. They're not the standard thing.
Yeah.
Right? So they're very unique in their circumstances, but at the same time, there's a reason they're doing the way the things they're doing.
Right.
So if you were to let a beer sit, because I was talking to you earlier about the hop drop-off.
Yeah.
So if I give you a beer today that's straight from my tank, right to your right,
Yeah.
it's going to be super, super fresh. You'll be like, oh my God, there's so much hot matter.
Right.
And, 5 years ago, you'd be like, this is way too bitter or like too raw. Like juicy used to be considered an off flavor. Brewers have done that for a while. But we haven't served beers like that because we know it's not the final flavor of the beer.
Right.
Yeah.
Because it falls off.
My personal
Exactly what you're saying.
My personal taste in IPAs, I want the pine, like the real fucking hit you in the back of the fucking mouth pine flavor. That shit
Yeah.
drops off so fast.
Oh yeah.
Like,
You want to
so,
bite,
so
but not
fast.
the full thing.
Right.
Yeah.
I
Right,
wanted
just
to
a highlight.
literally drink it, be like, oh, that's juicy, and then swallow and be like, ugh. That's what I want, and
No.
that drops off in like 3 days.
If you don't mind, this is what I was explaining to Jason earlier. So I'm a guy, and I've been, brewing, for like 6 years.
Yeah.
And I was a guy, like I said, I brewed as many things as I could. I was running as many fermenters at my house as I could. Half the beer went down the drain, and that was just because I needed to get rid of it because I wanted to make more. And I was like, I approached it like how a musician would approach things. When I listen to music, one of my favorite things when I'm listening to what I consider a good band would be the bass.
Right.
Because it doesn't add anything.
How do you feel about And Justice for All?
I mean, we could argue about Tool again, which I mean,
nope.
I was like
about Tool
the second stage of Tool, and we could bring it in third. But like that's a band that has a lot of bass.
I have so many.
Chloe, calm down. Go sit in the corner.
Okay,
And I'm saying I like bass.
Just to clarify, we argued about A Perfect Circle, not about Tool.
Oh, it was okay.
Tool.
So I'm still made.
Tool's
So,
amazing.
And just
Perfect Circle can go fuck
So a little bit
themselves.
less bass. with
And just to
anyways.
clarify, nobody's
I have so many
argued.
opinions.
I haven't had.
Yeah, I know. I love you, Chloe, but no.
Listen, I love A Perfect Circle. I love them. But Maynard can eat a fucking shit
Okay,
sandwich.
real quick.
Anyway,
wait.
We'll let
Perfect
Chloe
Circle is
rant.
just
Smashing
Tool for
Pumpkins
your little
light.
sister.
Yeah, it's Smashing Pumpkins
It's
light.
Tool for your little sister.
Then I'm your little sister because
Back to what
Did we just become best friends?
I think we did.
Do you want to do karate in the garage?
Fuck yes.
Before you guys
We
move
need
forward,
bunk beds so that we have more space for activities.
This is a can of worms.
I just,
I'm sorry.
I just want to point out that I haven't had anybody come on and debate me over Wu-Tang yet. But
shit,
go
homie.
ahead.
Okay,
He
anyways,
says that, but he can't even name the obscure members of
The
Wu-Tang.
Wu-Tang? I know the whole Wu-Tang clan.
All right, hit it. There's seven. There's seven. Hit
No,
it.
there's more than seven.
There's seven.
No, there's the original.
There's seven.
There's the
There
RZA,
is
the
seven.
Jizza, the older
RZA,
bastard.
Jizza, ODB.
Yes.
Let Paul
There's
talk.
Inspector
And
Deck.
then
Oh, Inspector Deck's the one I didn't think he was going to
Yeah,
get.
there's You God.
You got another one.
Yeah.
You already won.
Yeah, you got Raekwon.
Raekwon?
Raekwon
okay,
the
he's
chef.
not enough.
You got ODB, you got Method, right?
Yeah, got those.
You got Inspector Deck.
Yep.
Red.
You got
He got red.
Ghostface.
Ghostface is the one you didn't get.
There's
You got 'em
more.
all.
There's
He's
more
got
of
one. He's
them.
got-
My cats have more names than a member of the Wu-Tang Clan, by the way.
Oh no, each one of those guys has like multiple.
Exactly.
Like
That's
RZA,
what I'm saying.
RZA is RZA.
Peanut. What's the ODB?
Jesus is a
Peanut
genius.
Peanut the something taker.
Big baby Jesus.
No, he had what?
Yeah.
Peanut the something taker. Hold on, I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah, each one of my cats has like
RZA's the Resurrector.
way too many names.
Yeah.
Rivals a member of the Wu-Tang
Bobby
Clan.
Digital. Bobby Digital was a great. That's RZA. RZA was Bobby Digital,
Yes.
aka. the
Anyway,
Resurrector.
back to what Cameron
Yeah.
was saying.
So as I was
More
saying,
important things.
how I approach hops, like with beer.
Easy.
I mean,
Easy with the more important than Wu-Tang.
Oh yeah.
Peanut the kidnapper.
Oh. Everyone missed the high five. It's not visual.
Wu-Tang's for the kids. Okay.
So, as I approach hops personally, is a lot how I approach bass and music. It does not have to highlight what we love as the mainstays. Like, everyone loves the electric guitar. Everyone loves the thing that's going to drive things on.
Yeah.
Things like Citra, Mosaic, like those hops are phenomenal. Everyone loves them.
But it's like,
I mean, they're in
everywhere.
Galaxy,
Let 'em
things like that.
finish.
No, like those hops are.
interacting.
I mean, I use them. I love those hops.
Yeah.
They're in everything right now.
Yeah.
Because guess what? 10 years ago,
tastes good.
they were non-existent.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Cam, could
Like-
you repeat those hops?
Like
Citra, Mosaic.
Citra, Mosaic, Galaxy.
Oh man, those are my favorite hops.
Yeah. Oh my God. Right. I'm gonna.
I love them.
Yeah.
I'm-
everyone loves it.
Listen,
Everyone loves them, and that's not wrong. They're
I'm-
great hops.
I'm in love with the Simcoe.
And
Oh,
here's
yeah.
the thing: as we get back to what I'm saying, I like the hops personally that highlight other hops. Things like Simcoe, things like Idaho 7,
Yeah.
CTZ to an
CTZ,
extent.
yeah.
These are, I consider these the base of the, like, if you consider like beer and music, like this is the jam that's going to just back it up. It's going to provide the depth to it.
Yeah.
Because an electric guitar riff for 7 minutes straight is going to suck.
Yeah.
When you have bass for 5 minutes of that, and then you let the guitar go
That's like
crazy.
that's like your metronome.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But you know, it's all about keeping tempo, and they bring character to what is left.
Yeah.
You know
So
what's
that's
funny?
how I approach beer making. If you notice our beers, there's always usually there's this backup hop.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna do a beer that's just pure Citra.
Right.
Not to say Citra can't
Yeah.
stand
Thank
alone,
you.
but
If
it
you-
could. I like to add
Anybody
more to
listening
it.
to this that's into rap music and has no idea what we're talking about, Simcoe's kind of like the James Brown drum
James,
loop.
It's dank
yeah,
and
it's like
stank.
when James Brown was in
drum
his
loop.
prime. Because like 4 years
Dank
ago,
and stank.
Simcoe was everywhere.
Yeah.
Everyone loved Simcoe, and it's fallen off. But here's the thing:
I
it
love
actually makes these hops better.
Yeah.
So, Cam, you don't want to do a single hop beer ever?
If we're calling a single hop beer, no, I am not
Okay.
about the single hop life.
But see, it's funny, like the last time that we recorded here, and you said the same thing, I never got to interject, but I 100% know what you're talking about. Like, I went to college for music.
Yes.
And I've been a musician my whole life. And, like, I've always thought, like, so I tend towards heavy music. So,
Yes.
like, Tool, Megadeth, like, that kind of shit is, like, mind-blowingly intricate and amazing.
Yes.
And I've always thought, like, the same way that you drink a beer and you're like, this is this ingredient, this is that ingredient, this is that ingredient. When I listen to music, I'm hearing, oh, that's a atonal, like, minor fourth mode, like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, no, exactly.
I can only pick it apart now, and I kind of get jealous about the people that can just listen to it and be like,
cool.
that's a good
Yeah,
song.
they dissect it. Yeah.
I can't do that.
Yeah.
And, like, I can do that with beer, which I love, because I'm like, you
It's
know,
beer.
but like, but you're in the same boat as me.
No,
like
exactly.
with me with music and you with beer, like
no,
you're
it's
in
like
the same
imagine
boat.
listening to like your favorite song and remove the bass.
Right.
Yeah.
Or like listening to guitar riffs like that goes on. You're like, maybe if they had a little bit of drums or percussion,
Right.
or if they had a
Yeah.
little bit of bass to it, like
But
this
like-
could make this
but like-
song that much better.
You grab a beer and you taste it, and you're like, all right, the hops came from here. This is that yeast.
Yes.
This is the water came from New Haven. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like, and it's a little bit sad.
Because
'Cause you can't go back- you can't go backwards.
It's
You
different.
can't- yeah.
It's 100%. When I was a home brewer, and before I, got into this, commercial brewing, everything was amazing.
Yeah.
But once you start being like mastering something, like if I can even say that, which I'm still a novice.
Well, they say, what is it?
I always say like the day that I wake up and I don't try to learn,
It's
I'm an
500
idiot.
hours, right? Like,
I
they
mean,
say 500 hours and you're a master.
That makes us all feel good, but I think we all
Yeah, I know our next
think
four
of you a
pack's
little more than
$500.
just a novice.
I'm gonna pop each can individually.
Honestly, if you make something good enough to charge $500 for it,
Yeah.
I'll buy it.
Yeah, so like I'm not about that. Like I'm the guy who's like, and I was saying earlier, like our prices, I try to be very approachable with our prices.
Yeah.
And that's what me and Mark have talked about. Like, who's our head brewer? He's like, we talk. I'm like, we want our prices to be. You're gonna walk in. If you're paying more than $16 for our beer,
Yeah.
we don't want that.
Well,
Call us and tell us.
The funniest
Because
thing.
that's insane.
the
We're not
funniest-
selling it for the pack stores that much.
The funniest shit is like when we had the general manager of Single Cut on. Paulo, it came out of a Instagram post where he's like, I was gonna buy this, but $22 for a 4-pack.
No, it was $36.
22 I'd buy,
He goes,
maybe.
he
It
goes,
was
you can go fuck yourself.
$36
But
for a
then, like,
4-pack.
on Instagram, the manager comes. He's like, whoa, 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 and then we're like on the podcast talking to the guy, and Jay
Oh,
goes,
were you?
listen, it's expensive, whatever, but let's be honest. If I'm at a bar and Single Cut's on tap,
I'm gonna drink it.
that's
'cause
what I'm gonna order.
But that's the thing. It's cheaper on draft than it can by
Yeah.
$1 million.
It definitely is.
I can get it
Yeah.
on draft for $8.
Not to mention, depending on where you go, it's always
I
a
think-
12-ounce pour, but depending on where you go, they'll pour it in
Oh,
16 because they don't know any
Yeah.
When
different.
I was in college, I once sat at a bar and drank Southern Tier Pumpkin Warlock, which is 11% beer, for $3 a pour. It was a 16-ounce pour.
They don't know any.
I feel like the guy from the Single Cut though, he was angry because I said that I said it was $36 for a 4-pack, and a reach around would be extra, and he just wanted to call them to just clarify the fact that they do not offer reach arounds.
Reach arounds, yeah.
No, I
Single cut.
respect, like, I feel bad because, like, we tell people to sell it for X amount of price, and
Yeah.
I've seen it marked up.
And then they mark
Yeah,
it up.
it's gonna
That's what,
happen.
that's what he said.
You
That's
know,
what he
though-
said.
No, they do. Which
know,
I
though,
get,
at the
but at
end
the
of the
same time,
day-
I'm like, hey, like, I'm right here. We do not have that big of a
Yeah,
distribution.
right.
I will, if you
It's-
ask me, I'll make the beer again.
And
And
then
I'll
also-
make it, I make the beer every day. Like,
Yeah.
it's going to be made.
Yeah.
I have it available for you.
They
We
also
haven't
said at
gone-
Single Cut, they're like, dude, we're in Brooklyn. The rents are fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
We pay
Yeah.
everybody that works here a living wage. Like, nobody's starving because they work at Single
Yeah.
Cut.
Yeah.
And
And
hey,
I'm like, fine with that.
it
Their
all
beer
started-
is that good. It's worth paying the money for.
It all started as a joke,
Weird and Gilly, by the way.
But-
but honestly,
Amazing.
it all boils down to, are people willing to pay that much for beer? And
It is.
I
And
am.
Here's the thing.
All jokes aside, right? All jokes aside, my honest opinion is if you're if I was brewing beer and I was selling it for X amount and telling people to sell it for X amount and they're marking it up, honestly, to me, that's sort of a compliment.
No.
That people are willing to pay more.
Yeah. So
for
can
it.
I
Like,
talk
the
quick
demand
as
for it.
us?
Yeah, go for it.
Because we're a brewery that, like, I mean, I've been in the industry for a while. Mark's been even way longer. He's
Yeah.
been here. He was one of the first breweries in Connecticut.
SBC, right?
SBC.
Yeah.
And it
Southport Brewing.
I mean,
Shut
it
up.
kind of upsets us because I really don't want beer to go the way of wine. That it's like the nose up attitude. Like,
Yeah.
oh, you spent that much for a bottle of beer. Like,
Shots
you know,
fired.
that much for a bottle of wine. That much for the bottle of beer. Like, it's insane.
Yeah, yeah, it
'Cause
should be like that.
we have so many more breweries right now than wineries. First off, our product does not sit a year and a half, year, whatever wine was sitting for. I made wine myself. I am trying to avoid that industry altogether.
But wine also ages.
It ages,
Yeah,
exactly.
You have to.
I
let
mean,
it sit for
a New England IPA is in the tank for 10 to 15 days on average.
Right.
And like for you to be like, oh, this is worth this much money, it kind of is. It's weird because you can make more of it faster.
Right.
And yes, you have more hops, but because you're burning through it so much faster.
Also too, the product is ephemeral. In that it's only going to last a certain number of days.
Yeah.
We're in such a weird point in brewing, in my
Yeah.
opinion. Like,
But at the same time, though, like the way that I basically like reconciled it in my head, if I go, so I drank Guinness,
Yes.
like nothing but Guinness.
nothing will
for
ever
10
change
years.
a Guinness. That beer will sit for a year and you'll be like, cool.
Right. But what I'm saying is, anywhere you go, the average price of a pint of Guinness is $6.
Yep.
Yeah.
So if I buy a 4-pack of a fucking amazingly fresh dank IPA, it's usually around $16. That's $4 a beer.
Yeah.
If I'm
That's
at
fine.
home drinking beer that's way better than I can get anywhere else, and I'm paying $2 less than I normally would, I don't see the
So I'm
problem.
going to hit you with a
really.
question. That same beer, age it 2 weeks.
Well, yeah. I mean, who are we talking about?
Yeah, exactly. No, that's the thing. That's the thing. Like, it's such a.
I mean, Bad Sons in 2 weeks still tastes like
No,
Bad Sons.
and that's how I've designed the beer, but a lot of people don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, they,
Which is not a shout out to them or an insult,
No.
but that's just the way the
yeah,
nature of
so
the beast is right now.
as-
It's very, very interesting.
As somebody who like
Yeah,
sort
Chloe
of-
is the biggest beer snob I've ever met. Love you, Chloe.
I love you
Yeah.
too,
Chloe.
Kim. So, as somebody who hangs out at Bad Sons but isn't being paid to do so.
really? Because I just saw you carrying a really big jar of water before it.
Thank you. So yeah, maybe somebody should pay you.
OSHA River and like I'm sure OSHA has something to say about that.
Like, there have been a number of occasions where I have brought home short pours after canning that like should oxidize pretty quickly. And I would say maybe within a week still, but still within a week, like I've drank
still
them,
decent.
and they're still
Yeah.
good beers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We could have a whole episode with
We
me talking
could.
about DO levels, which is dissolved oxygen levels. But
I feel like
I'm the only guy who will like appreciate it.
I
so
will.
I'll never
I will.
I
They
don't
won't.
think you'd be the only one,
They get
man.
bored.
I feel
Fuck
like
you guys.
Okay, I'm just
You
gonna
fuck
say
with
this.
me for sure.
I'm just gonna say this right now. We did this as like because we normally get drunk and tell dick jokes.
I love it.
But now it's getting like so beer centric, and he was like the main guy for a while because he worked at Maltos.
No,
But Cameron knows
Hey.
everything. So
No, Jason, honestly, I walk in Maltos and Jason would know me like, yeah, I've got this, but like,
but
yeah, what
what
do you
I'm
think,
saying
bud?
is, I'm
Yeah.
gonna need you to gain 60 to 80 pounds.
Yeah.
And then I also feel like Chloe's lending a female perspective that we've never had before.
Yes.
Is that
You're
like
kind of like the Robin to our Howard Stern.
okay? But I'm not tasting the beer with my vagina. Does it matter?
Yes,
No.
it does. Because
No.
we
Really?
should. We talk a
And
lot
we've
of
been
shit.
meaning to talk about that.
We talk a lot of shit
hold
and
on.
have no
Should
female
I
perspective.
be? Should I be using the beers as a douche?
No,
No, they're-
it's got
they're-
more to do
yeah,
with the
like,
fact
you're
that
That would be an amazing segment that we can talk about.
They want you to rein them in.
Okay.
what
Okay.
they're
Okay. Cool.
We
cool.
need to get reined in.
I'm into
Exactly.
it. I'm into it.
If
No,
you
no,
ever
no,
want
no.
to talk beer, I'm the guy, like, I'll talk about it. I try to talk to everyone in the industry
I
can.
love talking about beer.
Chloe is phenomenal. Love her. She,
Aw,
she's
love
you
you
guys-
too, Cam.
We're going to Trillium on
I'm
Friday
gonna
the 13th.
say the
Do you guys
same
wanna
thing
come?
to Chloe that I told Johnny from Armada. You're gonna fuck around and get like a regular spot in the show.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
Listen, I don't want to be a killjoy, but they need our space for a party that's coming in.
Yes, we are all on our way
Oh,
out.
hot damn.
So
the first half of the day, they're like, "Are you still gonna do anything?" And the second half of the day, they're like, "Can you get the fuck out of here?"
Which
sounds
we
like my brewery.
appreciate 100%.
I'm
'cause
always here.
we're
Dying
glad
We
to
love
be
it.
here. Thanks for coming, Cam, Chloe. We appreciate you guys. Have a drinking podcast at Brewers Ball, Smoking
Lift,
the Valley.
Heavy 18. Go
Thank you so
Are
much
we-
for having
are
us.
we
I'm really
ending
glad you
the
guys
show?
came
Thank
on.
you so much.
Are we ending the show?
Yeah, we have
Is
to.
it?
All right.
Are we?
So yeah, we do.
Okay.
We can
They're
move
setting
away.
up. They're setting up.
Yeah. They're
Yeah,
setting
we have
up.
a private party in here.
Yeah, complete with green tablescapes.
Yeah, I guess if you ever want a private party, we're throwing them. So
Dude,
cool.
we just want to
Have a
fucking
private
hang out
party.
with you all the time.
I'm pretty camera. Cool.
So hey,
Cool cats. I learned that from.
He's a fuck. His voice sounds retarded.
stop talking for a
Oh
second.
no!
You
Stop talking
lay
for a second.
off him.
I learned that
hey,
from
man.
Single Cup Beer Smiths. Cats. You guys are cool.
Was I lying?
You guys are cool cats.
All right, so
Thank
we
you so
appreciate
much
you
for
guys
having us and
having
for
us.
coming down.
No,
Thank
thank you for
you.
having us.
Right.
This has been a
This
blast.
Brewer Ball has been awesome.
We love this brewery. This is. I'll venture to say, this is our hometown brewery.
It is. This is
Aw,
our go-to brewery.
shucks.
We're
It is.
based in the valley,
No, yeah.
and this is our. This
If
is
you
our
guys
home
ever
base.
want to come in for a brew day, let me know.
Hell yeah.
Maybe I'll be able to bring something up that we can do like heavy drinkers,
We
beer
get totally
in the
into that,
future.
man.
I saw
Let
there
me
was
know.
a tower like leaking some stuff out into a bucket before,
Oh,
and
yeah.
I said, Jay,
There's
I was
always
like,
something
Jay,
like
what would
that.
happen if I drank that? He's like, well, most of it is cleaning supplies, and so
it
you'd
sure
probably get
is.
diarrhea. You'd probably get real drunk, but you probably have diarrhea too. And I was like, I'm willing to take that chance.
Hey,
It's a risk I want to take.
Speaking of diarrhea,
You got to let me do some diarrhea real quick.
Go on.
I thought he had a
before you do
drop
that.
for that.
Before you do
I
that.
was
Before
really
you do
He's
that.
dropping.
No,
He's
yeah.
dropping.
Thank you
All right.
guys.
We
once
love
again.
you. We're so
Thank you.
glad to be
Thank
back
you.
after our
Heavy
hiatus.
18. If you need a ride home, Lyft.com, Heavy 18. FlyingCornhole.com. If you want a cornhole board.
Fuck you.
Thank you again.
We'll see you soon, and not because Dave's on tour with Fish anymore.
Yes.
We'll be soon.
Bad
We'll be back
Sons.
sooner than later.
Thank you so much.
Fuck.